Okay, hello and welcome back to another episode of Crazy Craft. So, first off, we're gonna start off this episode by saying I really appreciate everyone who's been watching. It means the world to me, and we're just gonna be kind of chilling, figuring out what we're gonna be doing this episode. So, if you don't really want to watch me building a base, I would recommend maybe skipping this one. I know it's weird coming from someone who makes videos. If it's not really your thing, don't watch it. It's just, it's gonna be as entertaining as it is. Regardless, we do need to remove some stuff from this area real quick. So I think we're gonna have to get rid of all these leaves. I think there's just some random logs in the middle of them, which is a little bit awkward, but thankfully we can get rid of them relatively easily. I just wish that the logs were not so evenly spaced randomly throughout the trees, so I could just mine the bottom and they would all come down, but you know, it's not always gonna be how you want it to be. So, well, that's a little suboptimal. Now I gotta fill in a hole down here because I forgot that when, you know, probably should have taken my time and been a little more patient with that, but you know, it is what it is. I do wanna, I think, video set it, wait. Nope, FOV. There we go. We're gonna put FOV up because it was a little bit tight. But in essence, we're just gonna be building a base. And it's not gonna be massive. It's not really gonna be crazy detailed or anything crazy. Because it's just our really starting base, for now at least. And if you guys do want to see me do a ton more of this series, please just let me know in the comments because I'm really enjoying Crazy Craft. It's really fun and just has a ton of nostalgia factor. So if you're enjoying it, just let me know, because I definitely am. And I'd love to continue doing this, but if people don't want to watch it, then, I mean, they don't want to watch it. It is what it is. What I'm thinking for this area, or at least what I want to do, is I'm going to start off by making some long logs just in the middle as kind of a floor. At least like bottom floor joists, essentially. I think I'm gonna make them quite a bit longer than the actual thing, so it's gonna go out like that. Then we'll put another one right here. But the reason why I want to do it this way is just because I like the overhang over the water, and I really want to make sure that that is well taken care of. There we go, perfect. Okay, and then we'll bolster this guy with you. There we go. Just prop it up a little bit, and this can connect. Do that, and that looks relatively nice. Okay, and now what we need to do is I'm gonna need a lot more logs, but I do think that I want to use peach wood. And for the peach wood, what I really want to do is we're gonna make a crafting table, and we're gonna make I need peach planks, peach slabs, because it's just more efficient, honestly. The only reason I'm using slabs is just efficiency wise, because I don't want to have to spend like 8 years gathering all the peach wood, because then I need to grow a bunch more peach saplings and stuff. So we're just gonna do it this way, but it's gonna be kind of a relatively flat color palette. I do want to kind of just make the floor one thing, because if I added pattern to it, it's gonna look a little weird. So I think we'll just go like this for now. I'm gonna need a lot more logs, which I'm realizing now. Just a ton more oak logs. That shouldn't be too big of a deal either, because we are kind of in an orchard. So if I'm running out of logs, that's kind of crazy. I'm gonna need to add an entrance over there. And I'm gonna need to add a little bit more to a lot of different areas, because we are not able to go as crazy as I thought we would. Regardless, the peach looks really good with the oak, so I do want to keep. I'm not crazy good with building bases. I haven't really planned this out a ton, so we're just gonna kind of wing it. If I need to change it, we'll change it, but it should be fine, right? And if you guys don't like it, let me know in the comments, because I won't know unless you tell me. So I do think I want to make it kind of just a throughway for the entrances, so I'll put one on one side and one on the other, just to make it kind of balanced. But do I want to put my storage system? I'll probably put my storage system in one of the entryways, just so that I can access it quickly. Although eventually I won't need to, because I'll just be using wireless stuff, but it's probably going to take me a little bit to get to that point, so yeah. So we're going to need a lot more peach wood, huh? Probably gonna take us quite a bit more time to get some peach wood. You know, it's not the big deal, which is good because it's always nice when you don't have to deal with a ton of crazy stupid things. But we'll make the mine at a different place, and what I'll probably do is I'll just make a borehole down with stairs around it, just so I can go down quick. Okay, orchard saplings. I don't have a lot of bones because I used all of them earlier. Shouldn't be too big of a deal. Okay, I do have a bunch of bones, thankfully. That's perfect, because then I can get some bone meal, and I still need the peach sap. Those are apple saplings, orchard saplings. Where are the peach saplings? Perfect. I'll grab 16 peach saplings, and let's just start growing them. I mean, there's some peach stuff over here, so we'll just grow them over here. It doesn't really matter too much. The main thing is just making sure that we get saplings to replace them, but what I do think we're gonna do, since we mostly just need the wood, is I'm just gonna farm them like you usually would farm trees in Minecraft, and just make a block of them. I do think the issue, if I were to use orchard saplings, the main issue would just be that they're gonna grow into each other like that. So I think I'll need to place them one space apart from each other, maybe two, but it shouldn't be too crazy. I'm hoping at least. Also, I've found that there's no way to reduce the subtle lag that there is with this, so it always looks a little bit jittery. Well, I changed a couple settings and it made it a little bit better. It's just that this is so unoptimized with shaders that it's a little bit crazy, but it is okay now because I made it kind of work. So we're chilling. I think. I hope, maybe, please. Yes. Okay. Good. We got a couple more peach stuff, which means we can grow a couple more peach trees. I'm gonna start bone mealing these guys now, just so that we get as many as we possibly can, because every single peach wood is going to be very, very helpful. So black puffs, I don't know what that is. It is apparently a kind of either mushroom. Holy lag. The issue that I've been finding is just that there's so many ticking entities in here. It's a little bit crazy, but it's all good now because I kind of fixed it, maybe a little bit. I don't fully know if I fixed it or not, but anyway, we got all these logs now that we can break down. I'm just gonna continue growing these orchard saplings until we get a sizable amount of them. That way we can go a little bit crazy. Okay. Looks as though there might be a better way for us to grow them. I think I leave a 3-block gap in between each one. Maybe 2-block just in case, but we're about to get a ton of oak wood, so I am very happy we're gonna grow you for no reason at all. And the reason why I'm using my hand is because our axe will like insta-break from this. So I'm just gonna use my hand because it's a little easier. But the main thing that we're going for is just getting a ton of the oak wood. And the reason why we need a ton of the oak wood is because we're making a ton of the stuff that we need the oak wood for. And by that I mean we're making a house. And houses are expensive. So we need stonks first. We need stonks in order to create the house. There's a raccoon over there. Nice. Also a wasp. I don't know where that wasp came from because I thought they only spawned from certain things, but it looks as though I may have been mistaken. I love how these dudes think they've got a chance when I literally have a sword that does like 40 damage. But I mean, hey, come on now. They tried. Even though their attempt was not very good or very successful, it's okay. And that's what mattered. They did their best, and no, it wasn't a good attempt, but they tried. Dude, I'm wearing ruby armor. I can beat you with my fist. Why are you trying to come at me, bro? These zombies, they don't understand. I'm in crazy craft. You think a base zombie's gonna try and actually take me out? Also, I'm gonna need to build up a lot to get all the wood, but you know, it's fine. It's not a problem. Also, I'm realizing I could just make a ruby axe, which would probably be better. So, you know, let's just probably make a crafting table that I actually keep around, or put a crafting upgrade in my thing, but you know, we're not gonna do that because that'd be too smart. We can just waste our netherite axe now. I also forget, I can make anything I want indestructible. Why am I not doing that? It's not an issue, it's not something that's difficult. What am I actually doing? Gotta gather all of the peach trees. Oh, there's peach logs up there. Thankfully, my pickaxes are kind of stupid, because I never have to worry about the durability or anything from it, but I just have infinite resources. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter anymore. Nothing matters. It's all good. It's all free. It's free real estate. And I mean, that's kind of what we're doing. Everything is free real estate in Minecraft, because it's Minecraft. No one owns the land. It's free. You know, I'm sounding a little too American now. You just take the land. It's ours now. That's wild. Regardless. Okay, we've got probably enough of the wood now. Or for at least for this second, so... Yeah, 306 and 1.2k. That should be good enough for now. But I do want to clear out everything that I ended up making just a giant mess of up here. So we're gonna do that real quick. Okay, perfect. Let's just go over. Come on now. Hello, I'm here for your wood. I'm just here to permanently acquire all of your log resources. Wrong button. There we go. Perfect. Okay, free wood. There's a log. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, what's nice about the ruby axe is that it's got, like, so much durability. It's not really something I ever have to look at or worry about. I mean, eventually it probably will be, but... Actually, shoot, we're using a lot of the durability. I lied. Why is it going through durability so fast? Probably because I'm breaking the leaves with vein mine. You know, that would make sense, right? I'm vein mining leaves that usually... There's a ton of leaves, and when you vein mine them, it breaks all the leaves, and then you get all the leaves, but then you break all the leaves, so then you get all the leaf things. And leave things expensive. Okay, why is there just so much wood from these orchards? You know, I did grow them as orchard saplings, so, you know, I probably should have expected this. We're just gonna drop down. I think we've got plenty. I don't really need more. I'm not really concerned. We're just gonna grab all the wood that's here and take care of it. Of course, there's a zombie trying to attack me because bro doesn't know. Bro doesn't want this smoke. I don't know what he's trying to do, but he will not survive. It's not a very good idea, dude. I'm not kidding. It is not a good idea to try and attack me. No matter if you have abilities or whatever, you're just not going to be able to do much because I'm kind of built different. And this is without having the actual crazy good stuff that you end up getting a lot later. But once we have that, it's going to be even more stupid. So we got to make ourselves... We're going to plop a crafting table down. I forgot there's already a crafting table over there. I'm real smart. I don't know if you guys could tell. Yeah, we're big brain. We're big brain like this. We're gonna make a ton of slabs real quick. There we go. Let's just make a ton of slabs because the floors are all gonna be slabs. And the reason why I'm using slabs is just because it works better, it's more efficient, and I don't want to have to deal with anything else, which I said earlier, but you guys probably weren't listening, so, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, it's a new base. We can think what we want to do, since we've got the base floor in, plop you guys down there, and we're going to need to make some more stuff. So I got to even these guys out, these floor struts. And then I've got to get some more wood. Some different kinds of wood. So, non-oak wood. What kind of... So I've got oak. I've got peach. I've got... What other woods do I have? I could use cherry. You know what? I'm going to use oak. Just because I have a ton of it. And we're going to go... We're going to do this. So, it's always good to add depth. So, we're going to go and we're going to add some depth to the build. We're gonna go out one, and then build up. Wandering Trader, do you sell anything cool? Jeweled apples from a coin dragon. I have a coin dragon. Jeweled apples seems pretty dope. I don't know what a coin dragon is used for, so, I mean, I'll trade you a coin dragon for a jeweled apple. Jeweled apple seems pretty dope. For 2 jeweled apples from Wormroost. Or I could get a Redhorn Guild map. Our flowering redbud. I don't really need anything else. Thank you for your service. Also, I've realized I didn't need to jump. I think that was just adding insult to injury, but it was fun. It was kind of funny, so I'm not disappointed at all. Also, we gotta outline our entryway. So this is gonna be the entryway. Pillars will be on the interior for this, and it'll go out like that. Put a pillar here. Put a pillar here. and then I'll indent the other guys, I guess. I don't fully know how I want to build this yet, but I think that, and then these guys should be kind of one extended, and then one back here as well. And then we'll... How do I want to make the stairs for this? We'll extend you. Perfect. I think I end up doing like a windy staircase, but for now, I like this. Is there vertical slabs? There's vertical planks for the facades. Ah, no, that's just a different thing. There are vertical slabs. Okay, perfect. Because that's a quirk thing. So I can make the vertical slabs for a couple different things. Vertical palm slabs. Vertical oak wood slabs. Try and make those. 3 oak wood vertically. Oak wood is you, and then we go like you, and then we get you. So these guys, it'll leave little windows. Yeah, I do think I do it like this. Because it leaves little window slots that I really like. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it looks cool. I like it, at least. And for that corner, I do want to leave it, I think. And then the windows, there's glass, right? Vertical glass slabs. Is there glass? Edge-aligned glass? Cable facades, glass panes. Clear glass panes from Tinkers. You know, that's good and all. I just really need like edge-aligned glass because otherwise it's a little screwed up. Tiled glass pane. I think we're gonna have to use the vertical glass slabs for windows, but I don't hate it, so I think we just go like this. Yeah, I don't want to leave that view open because I do think that closing that adds a little bit to it. That'll go like that. I like the oak wood tones. Like just the coloration of it. But I do need to add the pillars because the external pillars are these guys. You go in there. Perfect. And they just go right here. And, you know, this entire side looks too open, but this is going to be where I put the storage system. So we go out a little bit and then perfect. And then, I do think I add an under one. So this one's gonna go like this. We'll put it 2 out. And then this will go under, go 2 more out on the other side, and then it'll just all culminate into a fun little thing. I don't know, I don't really know exactly base building techniques and stuff, but I just make what I enjoy making. Yeah, I think the pillars here I want to put on the inside again, so take care of all of that fun stuff, you know, perfect. Except this time, instead of the other ones being on the top of that, they'll be on the top of these guys. So, yeah, we'll do this. That way, it just goes nice and seamlessly above. This one will go out, and 1 extra from the other ones. And then we'll have, put a 1 extended cross beam rather. It's not really a bar because it's wood. Block, there we go, perfect. Perfecto. Because then we get all this stuff, space to work with, and it looks perfect. It looks beautiful. And then we can have bigger windows here, but the floor is gonna be on the level of this. So I'm gonna put the windows like, okay, well, the slabs want to place on the other side, which makes sense, but I wish it did not want to place that way, but regardless, it's all good. That'll be the window. And I think I'm gonna leave these windows fully open, except for, I don't know how mobs path over these blocks, but do these blocks place different? No, they don't. Okay. So I can't directionally place these ones, but they look relatively cool regardless, and it adds more texture, so I like it. And then the floor, I think I do want to make it andesite for this, just because it looks nice. I don't know, a lot of people don't like andesite. I like the textures of just grays, but I don't know, might not be for everyone, so if you don't like it, write a comment, it'll be funny. I won't read it, but I'm kidding. I read all the comments, but I do appreciate it. Regardless, we gotta make our vertical slabs, because this is gonna be a nice, beautiful glass window. I do think I'm gonna leave this kind of open, as more of like an open concept thing, just because I think it fits the vibe that I want. But yeah, I think I do add those to the exterior of this, and we'll extend it one out just because I think it looks more seamless to have it extend one out. And then the interior, I like that meshing. Can you guys stop attacking me? I really don't appreciate it. Thank you. I'm gonna add that there, but I'm not gonna do much more with that. Actually, you know what? That looks more seamless still. And then I really like the look of that, I'm not gonna lie. Just making all of the pillars look more dimensional. Or more, not dimensional, more realistic. I don't know. Okay. We need more sand. We need a bunch more of other stuff as well. Crow, will you give me flight? Oh, unlucky. Do I have a bed somewhere? I do. Perfect. Let's get some sleep, and then we'll be able to go and take care of a little more base building. I'm gonna put that in my backpack. But we've got sand, I've got the diamond furnaces, which I should probably just upgrade, because I think it's just emeralds to upgrade them to emerald furnaces. At least I think. Yep, it is. Perfect. And that decreases it by like half of the cook time, which is hilarious to me. Get ourselves a little bit extra of those emerald blocks. We can chuck one of you guys in here, and we can quick smelt a bunch of our good old-fashioned sand buddies into the glass there. Take care of a crow. And can we fly with a crow? It looks like none of the stuff has any... That's really lame. Things don't have abilities anymore. So we've got morph. We just can't morph into something that's actually useful, which is lame. Oh well, it is what it is. Regardless, I do like the texture of this, the way that it looks, so I'm not gonna mesh that, and I do think I want to remove these guys at the bottom, because I don't think they fit it, with that top at least, but that looks nice. And then this can be... Wait, does it mesh? Because if it meshes... Okay, it does mesh, so can I... Will you mesh? You will mesh. Okay. Well, we found a bit of a promising thing when it comes to meshing these, which is cool. Yeah, that looks so good. I'm not gonna lie. I love it. I love the look of these, like... Just a little bit extended versions of just normal Minecraft things. Because then I can extend this guy, and then I can remove that because it doesn't need to be there. It just looks so much more real. Yeah, no, that looks so cool. I love that so much, I'm not gonna lie. That looks so nice. Because it just looks like it's more of a three-dimensional structure with that. I do now want to kind of put glass in here, so... Okay, it looks like we're not going to be able to put glass here. Thankfully, the vertical slabs do actually mine, but that'd be lame. Wait, can I... No, because then I need slabs here, and that would mess up the look, which is kind of lame. Oh, well, you know, it looks pretty cool regardless, so I think I just leave it. Although that does mean I need to texture every single block that's gonna be here, which isn't really a problem, but I mean, this is just cool. Let's just be real, this is dope. Because then these windows are gonna be three blocks high. They're gonna go like that. This guy will be 3 blocks high as well. Yeah, that's just so good. It's so good. I love it so much. Okay, interesting. Will you work now? It will. Perfect. Okay. I think the main thing is just getting everything to mesh as it should. But if I add the texture to all of these pillars, it just is gonna look so much better. Yeah, that looks so cool already. And then I think I added to that interior one, but not the small face of this. Actually, I kind of like the look of that, like, alcove thing. Is there a way to get it to work with that? Probably not, right? I mean, I like it. The main issue is just... I don't know, it doesn't fit perfect. But, I mean, hey, it's not ever gonna fit perfectly. We're just gonna try it with this style and see if that works. If it doesn't want to work fully, that's fine too, I guess. Then I need that to mesh good, which is fine, because that meshed actually perfectly. Okay, now we get a bunch more of the logs, we turn them into these guys, and we turn that into slabs, which will give us 6 stacks of slabs, which should be enough. Holy jeez, that was a little bit of a lag spike, that's fine. I want to leave the open thing for these as well. But I gotta pillarificate all of these guys. So, wrong way, brother. There we go. Perfect. And we just go up here, and then we just plop you down, plop you down, plop you down. Perfect. And all it's gonna really take is just getting all these slabs placed down and then getting everything fixed from there to where I want it to be. I don't know, this looks so cool. I'm actually so happy with how this is turning out, because I do not usually build very aesthetic looking bases, but I really want to, and this is looking like a very good start for that. Also, I just cannot jump because I keep pressing myself up against the... I just wish there was a way to make them non-vertical. Wait, vertical oak wood slab. That's the verticalness of it, because these are all vertical. But if I do this, and then if I do this, is there oak post? Okay. But there's no way to actually get a slab to go the other way. Because I'd love to add texture to these side slats, but I don't think it'll work, which is kind of lame. But, I mean, it is what it is. At least the looks are relatively cool. As, I mean, it just does, but if I can make it even better, that'd be so much better. But, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. It'll be okay. Because this looks fantastic. It looks friggin' dope. So, we've got you guys now. I guess most of it's gonna be glass now, and then getting the second story. I don't know how I want a second story to be, though, because I'm never gonna use it. So maybe we just don't add a second story? I don't know. I think I'm just not gonna add one. Honestly, I can leave the roof open too. I can make a giant skylight. Don't hate that. I'm not gonna lie, I do not hate that at all. I do wish there was a better... Like, if these had connected textures, that'd be perfect. But it's a vertical slab. It's not gonna have connected textures because it's a different thing entirely. But, you know, it is what it is. It's fine, it's fine. Do I want to use... I gotta use marble for our entryway, though. Which will be cool, because we just used a marble. It's got a nice wave texture in it, which is beautiful. Just like real marble. It's really cool, but... I don't know. If you like marble, leave a comment saying you're a marble enjoyer. Because I just want to know who else likes marble. But, okay, we can chuck the marble away now. That window taken care of. This window, we gotta get... Yeah, I like the 3 high windows. Although, I'm realizing that I don't actually need windows, because what I can do is I can just leave it empty, and it actually looks better. Because there's no glass texture in the way. So, I think I just leave them empty. And that also means that I can remove these to add a little more texture for the corners here. And that looks even better. Okay. And what I'm also gonna do is I'm gonna add these guys. Because these pillars are gonna go up past this thing as if this log beam has been just shoved into it. So, as if you just notched it and then put a beam through it. Which is kind of a cool thing. I mean, I like the woodworking aspect of it, but I'm not great with the Minecraft execution of it, so, you know, bear with me. I'm working on myself, okay? I'm trying to be a better YouTuber, a better Minecrafter. You know, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. Who am I kidding? It's all sunshine and rainbows. I'm playing Minecraft. Okay. Let's just add a little bit of dirt. And then I'm gonna need to light this up, aren't I? What's a good lamp? So I'm not gonna want torches. What do I want to do for this? Because I don't know. I don't necessarily know. Maybe lanterns? No, lanterns look too eh. Light. What kind of light source could I use? Those are bits. Cloud pets. We could, in theory, we could get just a ton of different stuff, maybe. I don't know. I think there's illuminant glass. Is that a thing? Ooh, wait, nope. Redstone illuminator. Sea lanterns. Lantern. If I look up, we've got the pearlescent, the verdant, and the ochre. We got the blaze lanterns, which are nice. Elder sea lantern. We've got regular lanterns. Jack-o'-lanterns would be cool. Glowstone lantern is just glowstone. Okay. Or I can make... I think I just make normal lanterns. I'm not gonna lie. I don't really care about how this goes. I just want lanterns, so we're just gonna turn a bunch of our iron into lanterns, because I don't really care. Iron is so expensive, right? Am I right, guys? Iron is so expensive. It's crazy. Okay, regardless, we got a bunch of lanterns now, so how do I want to hang them? Maybe I just put them down for now, just so that we have some form of light, you know? Because having some light's better than nothing right now. Since there's absolutely nothing lighting up any of this. But, I don't know. I gotta make a mine, and then I gotta take care of a bunch more stuff as well. Plop you guys in the middle of there. Just gotta get everything a little bit lit up, just so that we don't have to worry about mob spawns. Because that'd be a little bit of a pain. And now that that's taken care of, we're probably never going to actually finish this. But, you know, it is what it is. There's a zombie with a dude on its head. Pet rock with the Santa hat. I don't know why that's a thing. But at least we can get started moving stuff into... a bunch more crystal chests. Where did I put them? Oh, they're in here. So I made like a stack of crystal chests, but then I just didn't use them. Regardless, we can smack you over here, get some sleep, and then I think I'm going to end the episode here. The reason why I'm making a mine is just we didn't have a place to mine, so, you know, might as well get started with something. And, you know, I'm just essentially mining a borehole straight down, because why not? We're getting a bunch of stuff, a bunch of different cool ores, a bunch of different fossils, and overall, it seems like the most efficient way to get all of the resources that we may ever want or need, because we can just go down until bedrock and then go up a little bit and get everything else that we might need. I think the main issue is that we're eventually just going to get a bunch of these smelling salts. It's going to fill up our inventory, which is going to be a little bit lame, but, you know, it is what it is. It's kind of valid. We just got to get all the main ores out, and let's just take care of a creeper real quick. Gotta pick up everything real quick, you know. Let's get rid of the gravel real quick. We can get you guys. We have so much of the different kinds of chunks and everything that I do think we could just make a refined storage system now. I'm contemplating doing that this episode or doing it next episode, but I don't really need to mine all these ores, but I am, because I don't fully know why. It's actually probably more efficient if I don't, but... Ooh, we got what's a butcher's cleaver? Chance of dropping bones when killing animals. That's kind of mid, I'm not gonna lie. I did apply growth and experience boost to my pickaxe, by the way, just so that I had them. I don't fully know if it's worth it to a crazy degree. We're at Y15, so we're not actually down to uranium level yet, which we need to be, because I need a bunch more of the uranium and other stuff, but we also need petrified orbs and eternal stella, as well as gobber, because I think gobber versus ruby, end gobber goes into the end rings, which go into nether leggings, which go into it goes into the next one, no? At gobber. So the dragon stuff is 8 and 3 and 13 and 3. Ruby is at 9 and 3 and 4 and 3. So yeah, the dragon stuff is definitely the best, plus the creative flight. Although I do think insanium is better, but this is more achievable this early, because I think we just need to go to the end for it. Shouldn't be too difficult. I do think the main issue right now is just that I keep finding these aquifers whenever I come down here, and they just ruin all chances of us getting everything that we need at a reasonable pace. And, I mean, the main reason for that is just, it's so much harder to find the stuff that we need, because I need... Actually, you know what? I say that, immediately find titanium. I gotta just complain more. I seem to get everything I need when I complain. But why am I not at 5k subs yet? Just subscribe. Just subscribe. If you're watching this and you're not subscribed, just subscribe. What are you doing? Why am I not at 5k subs yet? Of course, when you guys are watching this, because no one watches my videos day one, everyone watches them like half a month after I post them for no reason, and then I get a giant view boost for no reason whatsoever. But if you're watching this, what's going on? I probably am at 5k subs, and that's happy, because that's my goal. That was my initial goal for 2025, was to hit 5k subs. But then stuff started kind of going a little bit crazy, consider it, like, for me at least. Because, I mean, come on now. I don't make, like, the quality content that you people all want to see. I just make videos about gaming in stupid ways and doing funny things and grinding. And you know what? You guys seem to like it. So if you're still watching at this point, it's 4.5 minutes in, almost 5, and you're not subscribed, just subscribe. Yeah, you'll like the videos, you'll enjoy it, but it might not be your style. So if it's not your style, then go away, because I don't care. That was so rude. I'm sorry. Okay, what we're gonna do is, I still need so much more of the ingredients for the ultimate stuff, which is really obnoxious, because for no reason at all, stuff just does not seem to want to exist, which is quite obnoxious, because I just want to be here to get myself a good old-fashioned set of ultimate stuff, because I need the ultimate stuff in order to go for the better stuff. But I just can't find stinking... Where... Okay, uranium and titanium, where are you? Genuinely... Okay, I'm gonna mine this, and there's gonna be some, like, right past this, I swear. Because it always happens when I start complaining. Okay, I got some exposure flight orbs, but it's not, you know, it's not uranium titanium level stuff. Maybe I just do a little bit of swimming. We'll just do this. We'll just do this for a little bit. Is there anything special over here? There's actually, like, nothing down here, which is why. Why have you done this to me? Why is there always an aquifer whenever I mine down? No matter what I do, there will be an aquifer that will ruin my mining. Because I'm just trying... Sometimes you get good stuff from those, the gobber things. But that time we got gooey beef, which sounds... I'm gonna be honest, gooey beef sounds a little nasty. You know, but we're gonna move on, and we're gonna try and move past it. We're gonna try and just go, and hopefully we can find some actually useful stuff. Because, holy... How have I still not found more... Okay, we got... Of course, we get the warding. We have 3 of the max tier smelling salts, but I cannot seem to find uranium and titanium. That's how rare this stuff is, or just how unlucky I am. And you know what? It's to the point where maybe I do want to use miner streams, because they'll just remove everything but the ores. And you know, maybe that's what I need. Maybe that's what I need. We're gonna go back up to the surface. We're at level 114. I just realized. So, you know what? We should probably unlock a couple more of those guys. Yeah, because we just get XP from mining stone. I can just mine stone and get XP. This is absurd. Ice shard trinket. Can I get one more trinket? Once I get one more trinket, that's when we'll go back up to the surface. I should probably put this stuff away. I'm not gonna lie. And the gooey beef can go there too. I don't really care about the gooey beef. One more trinket. I don't know what the ice shard does, but we'll check it out once I get one more trinket. Which shouldn't be too crazy rare. We're why 5? Why 6? And this is actually a relatively good place to go. Although maybe a little bit higher? I think that it spawns, yeah, up to Y12 and down to Y1. So we can, right here is like optimal. mining for it. It's just really, really rare, apparently. It's so rare, in fact, that I just don't get any, which is obnoxious, because I just want to be able to go and get myself the ultimate stuff so I can make the ultimate stuff, so then I don't have to worry about making the ultimate stuff, because I think that's a quest that I need to accomplish for Chaos Awakens, and I need an ultimate sword for actually making Big Bertha, which is the ultimate actual sword, like the real ultimate sword. But I still just do not seem to be able to find anything, which is really obnoxious. Come on now, let's pick up everything, go in there. Okay, actually what is going on? I still haven't found another trinket, but I also have not found any semblance of the rare ores, which I don't know if I'm just unlucky or what's going on. Am I just really, really unlucky? I don't... Give me friggin' uranium, please. I said friggin'. That was not a bad word. That was not a naughty word. We're gonna unlock 2 more of the trinket slots, because the more trinket slots we have, the more we can use once we get new trinkets, which is cool. But I still need to get new trinkets to actually use them. I don't have diamonds in there. Let's just do that. Perfect. Come on now. Get a bunch more. You guys. Level 53. What do I need? 57 for that? Not bad, not bad. Actually, where is the... What? Just where is it? I found more draconium. And, okay. You know what? I just gotta complain more. I just gotta complain more. Because every time I complain, I end up finding some. It's so stupid how I can just, like, I don't know. How am I so unlucky until I just start actually being upset about how long it's taking? Also, where is this next trinket? Because the trinkets are not this rare. Although I don't know what the drop chance of the trinkets are, so maybe they are just that rare and I just got lucky before, but I don't fully know. You know, we found some uranium, so I'm happy. Even if we didn't get the trinket, that's fine. I don't care. The trinket is like secondary, because the more we mine, the more uranium we'll find eventually. After I complain some more about not finding, and we found some awakened, or some normal draconium. You know, I wish you could find awakened draconium. That'd be pretty dope, but that's not gonna be a thing. I did find a little bit more draconium right over here. Draconium, we need a lot of that for, what mod's it called? Draconic Evolution. I forgot the last word. Evolution. Draconic Evolution. Okay, level 57. What's the next one? Level 61. So we just gotta get to level 61, and then we need more trinkets. We'll check out the ice shard trinket. We'll check out whatever new trinket we get. We'll equip something, maybe, if it's good. And it'll be cool. Except for when I just end up getting... That's lapis. Okay. Or, you know, I might just end up getting no trinkets and absolutely nothing. So, you know, that works too, I guess. Where, oh where has everything gone? Because I am getting unlucky. There we go. Perfect. Now let's just come over here. Mine that, because I don't have to ever worry about lava. Lava is like water. It is good swimming. Don't try that in real life. It will hurt a lot. In fact, lava is quite warm. I get magma, but yeah, you know what I mean. Do not try and swim in the lava. It will hurt you. It's not very friendly. Okay, I'm back to the aquifer. I just need to find a tiny bit more uranium or titanium, and then I need a trinket. I'm just gonna keep mining until we get a trinket. Come on, give me a trinket. Give me a trinket. Just give me a trinket! Please, I just need a trinket. By the way, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I've started to edit these episodes a little bit. And that's just because people seem to like the videos a little more when I edit them. Yeah, even if it's just a little bit, like, reducing the downtime between me talking, between me saying stupid things that you guys apparently find funny. Because some people like my humor, apparently. This is news to me, but some people apparently like this. I don't know why. I don't know why you like just hearing my dumb voice, but fair enough, I guess. But if you too are enjoying, please like the video. I need it. Please, please, I am merely a boy. I am just a boy trying to make it in this life, trying to get an engineering degree while also making YouTube videos because I find it to be fun. So if you too are struggling in life and want to do things with your life, then yeah, like and subscribe. We got the ghost. We got a trinket, which means we can leave now. And I'm gonna grab that guy real quick, and we're just gonna skedaddle skadoodle, I guess. And I need to make a staircase back out, but I don't remember where I started, so hopefully we can find it. If we can't, I got into a hole. That's fun. Was it over here? Wait, is that more stuff? Nope, that's not more stuff. What about over here? Is it over here? Is that it? Nope, that's not it. Wait. How do I keep falling into these 1x1 holes? It's tiny. I do want to harvest the Stella Arcanum just so we can make another indestructible thing if need be, because indestructible is kind of nice. The hole up, it's right here. I was correct. It is somewhere over here. And I think what I'm going to use is the vertical slabs for stairs, because what I can do is they can just be little stairs, and I can go like this. Okay. And then we go like this, and then like that. Okay, or, you know, I fall down because there's a block above my head, and I forgot that there's a block above my head because there's a block above my head, and I hit it, and now I gave myself a concussion and forgot that there was a block over my head. Yeah, I don't know why, but these stairs make me feel like I'm gonna fall at any point in time, which is a little bit disconcerting, but, you know, it'll be fine, right? Right? It'll be fine. I'm thinking it'll be fine. The people say it'll be fine, so I believe them, right? Right? People are believable. It'll be fine. Okay, and then we plop one right there, and then we plop that right there, and then we plop you right there, and then we go break you, and then we go up, and we just make a staircase that looks goofy and very impractical, but it works surprisingly well, which is hilarious to me. This actually works. Like, this functions as a staircase, even as stupid as it looks. Honestly, it doesn't actually look that stupid looking down, but feels really goofy to walk on. So maybe if you guys think that this is a goofy staircase moment, let me know, because I gotta know y'all's opinion. There's a skeleton that doesn't know what's coming. I mean, it knew what was coming at the end there, but it was not ready. It is time now to check out the trinkets that we ended up getting. We're also level 106. What the heck? Okay. Frostwalker, and when you have invisibility, all entities and players cannot see you even if you have... That's nice. How do I make the end gobber stuff? End armor links, which is end rings, which is end gobber, which is nether gobber, and end gobber, and chorus flower. Nether gobber is gobber, nether gobber, and netherite scrap, which is not a problem. Okay, so then nether gobber is just nether gobber gobbets, which is nether gobber seeds, which is nether gobber gobs, which is from nether gobber ore. So we need the ores first to go anywhere with that, which means we need to actually go to the nether, which I think I have the obsidian for in here. Yeah, we do. Okay. I was right. I knew I was right. Let's see. I am always right. And these are things that you need to tell yourself when you're a content creator who is struggling with their identity. I'm not doing that, but if you are, you need to know that you're you, and that's okay. It's okay to be you. You're you, and that's special. And if you make it funny, no one's gonna care if you're a weirdo. Because I certainly am. Okay, anyway, we gotta deposit a bunch of different random things into a chest, because I am so tired of carrying around all these fossilized stuffs and other ores that I'm never gonna end up using. So I'm just gonna deposit all of the ores into here, all the random other things from mining into the other one, like the gems and everything, ingots, shards, nuggets, dusts, geodes, because I don't know what those are. And okay, so ingots, we got you guys, we got salt, orbs, we got stellarite piece, we got lapis lazuli, lapis. And now, I think I'm gonna add the redstone to compression because, yeah, now we can do this, which means, okay, cactus, I'm definitely gonna need to leave some in there for growing. But the rest of this stuff can all get turned into more miner streams. We got 7 more miner streams, which we can use to mine later. I'm not gonna do that right now, but you know, we can, which is cool. And I gotta organize a lot of stuff in my inventory because holy, we got a lot of dust, we got all that other stuff. Where am I putting Inferium? Inferium's a dust. I mean, essence, but the essence is kind of like a dust, you know? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, ores need to come out here. By the way, I am classifying ancient debris as an ore, even though it's not technically an ore, because screw you, it's an ore. And let's just do this, and then we take you guys, and block of coal, compressed block of coal goes in here. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna add the coal to the compression thing. Same with the iron. Same with the iron nuggies. Wait, why does it not? It doesn't want to compress the iron nuggets. Now we've got a couple more iron blocks. We can chuck the nuggies and everything else in here. The amethyst, the dust. And then we can gather all the blocks and they'll go in here, which is perfect for everything else that I don't know what I'm doing. I need a flint and steel. Flint and steel. Where did I put the flint? It's in here, isn't it? Yeah, it is. That's what I thought. And I need an iron, which thankfully I've got plenty of blocks of iron. So now we get a flint and steel. And iron can go in there, and we're about to go into the nether. Let's do this, guys. So we've got to go into the nether. It's nether time. And then from the nether, we are going to be then going from the nether, shoot, back into the overworld. Nope, we're going nether. So now we need nether gobber. Do we get anything different from vein mining in the nether? Doesn't look like it. Nether prosperity ore, kind of lame. Nether sulfur ore, nether coal. We got some soulstone for mystical agriculture. I'll probably need that eventually, but I don't really need it right now, so maybe we just ignore it. I don't know. Those are a gem, right? Kind of. Nethered coal, solium, red geodes. What I do know, though, is that netherrack is going to fill up our thing real quick, so we're going to need to do the good old-fashioned compressed netherrack route real quick. What are you? Fossilized blaze. Okay. I mean, cool. And we got some nether gobber ore. You'll love to see it. Okay. Perfect. We got some stuff. More nether gobber ore. I don't know how much nether gobber ore we need for nether gobber seeds, but we probably have enough, and I should probably start working on that in botany pots, but I haven't done that yet because I've been really lazy about actually doing progression things instead of just running on ahead with like a chicken with my head cut off, which is what I really want to do, which is what I'm kind of doing right now, which is why we're in the nether just mining straight ahead, even though there's probably other things I could check out. We also just got some cobalt, which is cool because cobalt's cool. It's blue. I mean, I guess it's warm because it's in the nether, but who really cares, you know? I don't know, I'm just feeling chaotic right now. What are you? Fossilized wither skeleton? Cool. Okay. What even is there to actually do in the nether right now? Probably nothing. So maybe nether redstone, fossilized wither skeleton. I mean, that's cool and all. I just don't really know what exactly there is to do. So maybe we just go this way a little bit, and then we just go back. And once we get all of the loot, then we'll be able to get our everything back and take care of everything as it should be. A bunch of gold and random things. Don't really care. Nethered gold. Gold nuggets. Nethered iron. You'll love to see it. Ooh, more nether gobber. That's nice. Okay, so I think the main thing that we'd actually need is the nether gobber, and then we can just go straight to the end stuff after I defeat a couple endermen. But is there anything else that I want to do? Not really. Actually, looks like we spawned under a fortress, so maybe we go for that. I don't, you know, maybe that's a good idea. I don't know, progression, do we want to? Not really, but it's fine. We'll do it because it's progression. Actually, this is not a fortress. This is a Nether dungeon. Stalwart Dungeons. So, I mean, we got Unbreaking 3 off rip and a diamond, which is cool. I don't know where I'm going, but, those guys are cool. They drop a lot of blaze rods. Oh my gosh, I just sneezed so hard. That was crazy. I mean, I got some more of you guys. Spore bottles. I got some glass bottles. A potion of strength. That's cool. I mean, you guys can all go in here because I don't really have a use for them right now, but you know it's okay, right? What actually is there to do in here other than defeating these giddy blazes? Bro's just giddy. I just saw that guy and I thought he was running around and kiting me, but he was just being in a different place, you know? That's fine. Or was just actually in the spawner and I thought he was real. Oh, there's a spawner right there. That's cool. This is a little bit of a complicated area, especially considering that it's giving us gold tier loot, which is like terrible when diamond exists, but I mean, fair enough, I guess. Stairs back up. Okay, let's just go up. I don't know what this structure actually is, but I mean, it's cool. Free blaze stuff. What the heck was even that? Oh my gosh, there's a bunch of lava down there now. What the heck keeps doing that? That's terrifying. Transient blocks? So if I break that, there's like nothing down there. Okay, so this is just like a weird little doohickey dude. That's just like... Okay, spore vaporizer. So this is just like an interesting dungeon doohicker. But there's just randomly these dudes that just jump scare me. And I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to just survive because I keep taking damage for no reason, apparently. And I came in through over here. And I went over here. And I came in from down here. This is where I was at. What the heck is that? Is it like a spore thing that attacks me? Okay, and then I came from over here, because this was the way to get back out. Was all the way, it wasn't here, it wasn't here, it wasn't here. It was one more thing over. Yep, I remember. And if you want a memory like me, I don't know what to do, because I just kind of remember. I'm not good at memory things, I just remember, you know? And that's as easy as it is. I'm gonna turn a bunch of these dudes into librarians now, because it's librarian time. So, where'd my emeralds go? Oh yeah, my emeralds are in my thing. I need a bunch of emeralds, and then I need probably a bunch of paper, but I don't have a bunch of paper. Wait, haste gives the haste effect when held. On OP, honestly, I think I need one of them to be a book dude, but wait, fishing, thorns 2, trigger finger, what the heck? Increase the speed you can fire weapons? So I can just rapid fire my bow if I have that. Holding elytra, ender pearls, cacti, bees, fall resistance. It's a traveler thing. That's cool. Air affinity, that's one we're gonna need. Prot 6? Wait a second. Prot 6. I will take a protection 6. I just got a trinket from Witches Love You. So apparently you can get stuff from trading with villagers. Luck of the Sea 2. Okay, not ideal, but it's better than nothing. Let's mine all these bookshelves just to get the books for him so we can see what his other trades are, just because I'd like to know. You know, so if I go and I buy, let's say, if I just buy a couple Prot 4 books, or not Prot 4, Prot 7, you know, and then I do that a little bit. I have anvils, right? Do I have anvils? Yeah, I do have anvils. I was right. I knew I had anvils. See, this is why you never doubt yourself. 7 to get Prot 7. Can I get a Prot 8? Okay, can I get more? Projectile Prot 3? Bruh, that's kind of lame. Okay, I'm gonna need more emeralds. Where my emeralds go? Oh no, I have so few emeralds. Whatever am I going to do? I'm swimming in emeralds. Okay. Let's just... I'm not gonna buy your bookshelves anymore, dude. Your bookshelves... Bro saw I was buying bookshelves, and bro's like, you know what? I'm just gonna start overcharging. I don't care anymore. Depth Strider 3, meh. Mending is nice. Shoot. You know what? How did he know? How did he know I was gonna buy him even at that price? Bro's actually a genius when it comes to that. I swear. Wait, why did I can make things unbreakable. Why am I buying mending books? What am I doing? Why do I need unbreaking either? I just need the most amount of protection possible. Like, what am I actually doing? Prot. Let me get a little more prot. Miner's pick. Okay. What does that one do? Improves your mining speed. Honestly, pretty nice. It seems like trading with villagers is definitely the way to go when it comes to getting a little bit extra out of your stuff. So Prot 8, and then that means we're gonna need 4 more Prot books for this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we can combine you guys to get another Prot 8, and then we can combine you guys to get a Prot 8. So Prot 8 is max for that. Okay. So Prot 8 is max for Prot right now. Thankfully, emeralds are definitely a limiting resource for us. Yep, definitely really unfortunate that we can't get a bunch of emeralds. We're gonna get a little bit of sleep real quick. And I think we just go for a ton more of these trinkets from trading with the villagers, because I think this is a little bit OP. Also, this guy is... I'm sorry to say it, but you're just not useful. It's fine. It's fine. He'll be okay. I'm gonna grab a couple more bookshelves just so that we have... Wait, I keep forgetting spacebar works. Oh my gosh. It's so good. Spacebar working means that I can go so much more efficiently. It's great. And then we can get a bunch more Luck of the Sea. Is there higher levels of Luck of the Sea than normal? Mirror Shard, what does that do? Reflect damage? It reflects half the damage. It makes it so... Shoot, my anvil broke. Oh no, iron's such a limiting resource for me. I definitely don't have more anvils. Luck of the Sea 2, Luck of the Sea 2, Luck of the Sea 3, Luck of the Sea 2, Luck of the Sea 2, Luck of the Sea 4, Luck of the Sea 3, Luck of the Sea 2, Luck of the Sea 2, Luck of the Sea 4, Luck of the Sea 5. You know, you'll love to see it, honestly. I know it's not, like, crazy good, but it's kind of funny. Stasis, so allows slingshot projectiles to ignore gravity. Don't think I'm ever really gonna use a slingshot, but I appreciate it. Thank you. Let's just buy a bunch of compasses, and then we can just chuck them in here, because why not? And you're a master now. Interesting. Trigger finger seems like one of the... It's a gun mod. Okay, so probably not. Fire aspect 5. Excavating. See, we have ore excavators, so there's no reason to actually get excavating. It just means that I don't have to... I'm gonna make the ultimate fishing rod. I think aquaculture is in here, so we can make a crazy goated fishing rod. So I want to do that. I want to do that for next episode's gonna be the fishing episode. I need to do it. And we're just gonna fish the entire episode. It's gonna be hilarious because no one is going to actually find it entertaining. Except for me, just because I get to fish in Minecraft. Which I love doing, by the way. If you have not fished in Minecraft for a substantial amount of time, then you wouldn't understand. But it is actually so therapeutic, it's kind of crazy. 6. What's the max lure we can go? So we've got what kind of levels of lure are we looking at right now? So we got lure 6, and then we get another lure 6, and we get lure 7. We get a lure 8, or is lure 7 max? Looks like lure 7 is max. Okay. I mean, pretty dope, not gonna lie. And then we can just trade a couple more books with him just to get him upgraded. Those books can now get chucked away. Wait, there's a grindstone in here. I could grindstone them, but I don't really have to care. Wait a second. Increases experience gain using the item. Can we combine that with our current thing? Mining might get a little bit extra XP. You know, it already gained quite a bit, but we're probably about to see a little bit of a mining increase in just the sheer amount of stupidity we can do with it, which is fine. I am gonna need more books though, so we should probably just trade it until he's out of books, which is, surprisingly enough, bro does not carry a lot of stock in bookshelves. Even though he keeps just changing the price willy-nilly, he does not seem to value it nearly as much as he probably should. We'll just chuck it in here. There's random blocks in here. Gas tiers are actually a kind of a crazy good trade because it means that I don't have to worry about respawning the dragon. Kinda nice, kinda nice. Okay, what about... You can get dragon's breath from... Excuse me. What? And then fishing... What does fishing 5 do? Because if I enchantment description it doesn't do anything, but... I mean, maybe it goes on fishing rods and I can just make an even more goated fishing rod with it, so we're gonna try it. Does it go up from... Okay, 6? 7? Okay. How many emeralds do I... Okay, I still have quite a few emeralds. It's not really an issue yet, but... We could go a little bit more crazy with getting these guys. I don't know. Fishing. Actually, we need one more just to have it be fully taken care of. So fishing 5. That means we've got 4 fishing 6 books, which means we get 3 fishing 7 books, which means that we get a fishing 8 book, which should go in here. Then we get fishing 8, and then I need more. I forget. Okay. Fishing 5, fishing 5. And that should be enough, I think. Wait, nope. Yeah, it is, because I missed one. There we go, perfect. So we get you, and then we combine you guys, and then we combine fishing not... What levels of fishing is there? Spear fishing goes up to 9. Okay. Wait, Angler's Bounty. Angler's Bounty might be a shout. I'm not gonna lie. And we can get triple rolls from fishing as a thing. I don't know if that's one you get from fishing, but whether it is or isn't, it doesn't matter. We can get a netherite fishing rod, which is a diamond fishing rod, which is a gold fishing rod, which is an iron fishing rod, which is a normal fishing rod, or we could go the aquaculture route. I don't know which one's better, though. It's probably gonna end up being these guys. Who cares, really? Let's just go, let's get a bunch more lanterns, get you fully upgraded a little bit. And then we can roll one more, because there's probably a kid that grew up. Yep, I was right. Last prot. Nah. I'll buy a villager traveler's backpack just to have the traveler's backpack achievement thing accomplished, but I'm never gonna use it, so we're just gonna drop it down. Guess I'll buy some blast prot, and these books can just kind of get chucked in here, because I'm never gonna use it. You can go with our fishing setup, which is gonna go kind of crazy. You can buy a ton of gas tiers real quick, and then we'll get him upgraded to a master and buy all of his dragon's breath because we can. And now your last little friend We're gonna have to... Berserker's Fury. We're gonna need to get something good from you. Lifesteal. Blast Prot 3. Icy Thorns. You know, can we get something like actually good? Temptation. Prices nearby farm animals. You know, that sounds a little creepy, let's be honest. Fire Prot. Don't need it. I'm immune to fire. Berserker's Fury. Berserker's Fury. Straddle Board. I don't know what mod that is. Endless Quiver. Endless Quiver is one of the goated ones. Endless Quiver is actually one of the most goated enchantments that has ever been put into any mod. Because it just makes all arrows infinite. So you don't have to worry. You just don't have to worry anymore. And you know what? It's perfect. Because now I don't have to worry about it anymore. And now we get a bunch more emeralds, which we're surprisingly going through quite a bit of. So I think in between episodes, I'm just going to go for a hard mining sesh underground and see what kind of things we can end up doing with it. But we also got a thing, right? Falling into the void will send you to your spawn point. That goes kind of crazy. What? What are your next one? Silk Touch, honestly, not bad. I don't hate it. We can also just trade in some books to get you leveled up. So we're going to do that. Then we get Quick Journeyman, Sweeping Edge. Sweeping Edge is kind of crazy. We got the Bat as well. Sweeping Edge. Let's just go max out Sweeping Edge real quick. So I think that's the most we can actually end up combining. But Sweeping Edge 8. We got Sweeping Edge. Okay, Sweeping Edge 8 is max. Okay, you know what? Now we know. Not unhappy in the slightest. Okay, and what does the Bat do? Provide you with night vision. I love it. You know what? Heck yeah. There's already an expert as well, and we can just trade him a bunch of stuff for some more compasses, which we'll just chuck in here, because why not? And where did I end up putting the... Oh yeah, Dragon's Breath and that stuff. I'm gonna chuck random stuff that I get from villagers in here, just because why not? And we're gonna buy a bunch more Dragon's Breath, because I can. And we got the spider. Let's just climb walls. Dope. We're just gonna go actually crazy, like a genuine, just weird animal, and it's gonna be kind of crazy. But I'm gonna end the episode here. I'm gonna work on getting some more villagers and other stuff figured out, and I did take the time to create a couple more of these little trader guys. I got a bunch of emeralds, so we've got a block and some emeralds. Just been working on converting them. I went to the Nether, but something that I did find that I really wanted to show you guys is something that I haven't used yet, but I found it while trading, because apparently trading has an incredibly high rate of giving you trinkets. So while you're just trading, if you just spam trades, you can get trinkets, and of course that's not the most efficient way to do it. It's actually much easier to get trinkets if I were to do this and just go one by one and do that. But what I found is that I don't really want to do that for hours, so I'm not going to. But essentially, we found a trinket called Magical Feathers, which gives us creative flight, which is absurd. So I've also equipped a couple more that I found, namely being immune to all bad potions, one-hit kill silverfish and endermites, I can breathe underwater, deal more knockback, I don't need to sleep with no more phantoms, bones are dropped when killing animals, I poison enemies, and then create a flight again. Treble hooks as well, I get triple rolls from fishing, and I get a small buff of saturation when eating. Just a bunch of really cool things, really nice. We are mostly just focusing on getting this cleric. I want to get him to having 1 cost trades for everything other than the crystal maker. Don't quite know what Shady Alchemist is, but we can give it a check at Shady. Okay, crystal mix, crystal rock, blue crystal rock, pink crystal. It's just Breaking Bad simulator. Okay, gotcha. That's funny. That's kind of funny. But at least now what we can do is when I have any extra rotten flesh or bones, I can just turn them straight into emeralds, which is great because we're going to end up having a lot of those, especially with the butcher activated, and I just wanted to be able to do that. So I also have a bunch more of these potions of weakness because I mass produced them because it was easier to do that. I had to use the burning stand that I got from that. But since we have creative flight, I thought that it might be a good idea for us to explore a little bit in the Nether. I did explore a little bit but it shouldn't be too terrible now. And we also have a new trinket that I wanted to show, the Ghast Eye. I found this in a Nether temple because I was trying to record another video. It didn't work. The audio got screwed up. I had to, just more mic issues for no reason apparently. But essentially, it gives us plus 10 extra hearts, and we get regen from killing mobs, which is really cool. So I think we're just gonna go this way, and you know, we'll get a bunch of netherrack, we'll get a bunch of other stuff too. It doesn't really matter. If I wanted to grab everything, I could just quick replace that and do that like that, but there's not really anything that I need, because emeralds we get infinitely, everything else is infinite as well. We'll get rid of some of this mesquite. Gigantic mesquites. Oh, and there's a, whatever the heck that is. Okay. Crimson Mosquito Proboscis. Oh, and there's this dude. What are you? What did you drop? A shiny ender pearl. Okay. There's a dog, I guess. I don't know fully why that guy was attacking me, but oh, it's a warped enderman. So I guess those are what spawns in the warped nether stuff? I don't know fully. The citadel in mid-game. I mean, it's cool, I guess. Don't really fully know. At least they give us cool hats. It's not like, this isn't super good loot or anything, but diamond pants with blast prop 5. I don't care. Blast prop 5. What's gonna explode that I have to deal with, really? Like, realistically, what's going to explode that I will ever have to deal with that is any form of a big deal? Pretty much nothing, right? Like, wait, what is... Okay, this is the temple that I raided for the ghast thing, but this is a very interesting... I'm trying to find something cool, like a fortress would be great, or if we can farm wither skeleton skulls, because we do want to farm some withers early on. Ooh, a foxhound. That's adorable. Okay. I like it. I like it. Ooh, wait. We found a nether dungeon. This is from Stalwart Dungeons. This is cool. So we can... The awful ghost altar. I don't know what awful ghast. I don't know exactly what's supposed to make this such a big deal, but I mean, doesn't really seem like that big of a deal to me. Blaze armor scrap. We got tungsten as well. You'll love to see it. What do I actually igniter? Okay. Do I need to... I probably need to go in here and take out a bunch of the mobs in here, right? Gas tiers are nice, because I don't want to have to farm a ton of gas tiers. That'll be annoying to farm. Incomplete wither spawner. Okay. I still need a... what is it called? A pick with whatever. I'm not gonna worry too much about that for now, but projectile protection, smite, infinity... No, that's really good. The books are actually better than the rest of the stuff, which is kind of crazy. Regardless, let's just, more stuff in here. Cool. We got an instant damage potion. There's other stuff spawning around. I don't know fully if any of this is crazy worth it, but we do have the hellhounds from Pandora's creatures spawning, which is not awful. I mean, they're cool, I guess. They're just kind of basic, you know? Like, there's nothing particularly special about this. Reinforced blaze spawners, I mean, cool, but what's, like, the goal of this? Because, I mean, how do I summon the awful gas? Do I have to mine this? Do I have to hit it? No. Do I have to put soul torches on it? How? Give me a second, please. Okay, so supposedly we need to right-click on the altar with a nether star in order to actually get it to work, which is kind of lame, so I don't fully know. I also don't know exactly how I can get one of these incomplete withers to spawn, because they're not wanting to spawn. I'm within the active... Oh, there we go. Oh, okay. So I just need to stand a little bit farther away, and then they'll eventually spawn. Okay, that's cool. I'll just chill here. It's day 50. You know, we'll just chill. We'll relax until we get enough wither skeleton skulls in order to spawn a wither. I don't think I have soul... I do have soul sand. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you know what? We'll just wait. We'll just wait until one of these bad boys spawns. we'll take care of a wither real quick, you know? Dang, these guys really don't want to spawn, huh? It's kind of crazy. Why? Okay, I just had to go farther away. Okay, we got the stuff to spawn a wither now. So let's just, you know, the Nether's not a bad place to fight a wither, right? Like, it's not bad. It's not bad. So let's just do it right here. You spawn your first wither. Every wither that you fight will make the next one harder to fight. Okay, so there's progressive boss difficulty. Yeah, that was so difficult. I'm not gonna lie, that was so hard. Oops. Well, at least we got that. That's cool. So we can toggle that. We got a yellow heart. We got some more wither skeleton skulls. But at least now we can fight the boss in the middle of this. I need to kill a bunch more withers, though, eventually. Okay, this boss was a lot easier, I'm not gonna lie. What? Did it just drop gas tears? Did it really just drop gas tears? Was that all that was? Maybe it dropped something else, I just couldn't pick it up? I don't know. Is there anything that I'm not using enough stuff to have to use the squire's bag. So, you know what, we'll just fight another, we'll fight a couple more withers. It doesn't really matter. I can fight two full more withers real quick and take care of that. I mean, then, oh no, it's gonna be so difficult to fight. You spawned your first, that was my second wither. I think it might be a little confused, you know? Okay, we got another star shard. And we also got more wither skeleton skulls from defeating the wither. So is the wither infinite withers? Is my real question. I'm confused. Just a little bit, you know? Like, it's not... I probably should also be wearing some better armor, but I don't really think I need to. Just based on our damage. Also, we have an increase of 6 damage, which is crazy good. You'll love to see it. Okay, let's defeat another one of the bosses. Okay, awful gun, awful crystals. So it did drop stuff, they just insta-burned. Okay, awful dagger. Awful dagger goes into absolutely nothing. Awful gun shoots awful gas fireballs. Okay, so it's actually not great. Well, that's lame. Let's just defeat a couple more withers. I don't think we've gotten... wait. So nether stars go from nether star shards, which come from nether star essence with his nether star seeds, which we need... just nether stars and insanium. So we don't actually need to defeat withers for that. I just need 4 nether stars for that. So we need 3 more, which thankfully we have right here. So I'm very happy about that. We'll fight 2 at once because it's just easier that way. And they're not really a big deal, so we'll just do 2 at once. It doesn't matter. You know... Wait, what? Okay, well, I got all my stuff back, but, I mean... Oh, I think the wither did a thing. Yeah. So it's doing a thing that is just one-shotting us, which is kind of funny, to be honest. Because it's essentially just self-exploding itself to 1 HP, which is really obnoxious, all things considered, but kind of cool at the same time. Also, let's just replace you with you, we'll put you back on, we'll put you back on, we'll put you back on in our charm slots, and then all this other random stuff will just go in here, because it doesn't really matter. We got wither roses, we got other stuff that's cool. Is there anything else that we really need? How many wither stars? Shoot, I only have 2 nether stars. Well, that's suboptimal. Are we sure that there's no more nether stars somewhere? Or did they just go away? I mean, I guess we'll find out right now. 2 nether stars. Okay, I think we just got very unlucky, or them exploding themselves breaks their nether stars. I should probably make a bow. let's do that real quick. But I do recall, yeah. There we go. We had a home set, so now we can just come back here. We gotta make a bow. Is there a better bow? Let's check it out. Bow. What's the best bow? We've got the end bow. We've got the electric bow. We can make a gobber bow into a nether bow. We can't make an ultimate bow yet. I do think the gobber bow is gonna be pretty dope though. So we need gobber ingots, which is diamond, gold, and iron. Which thankfully, diamond, gold, and iron. We'll just grab 2 things of diamond, and then we get the same amount of everything real quick. And then I need some gobber, which thankfully we've got some gobber, which is great because, oh my gosh, would it be a pain if we didn't have enough gobber. Although it looks like we could use a little more, so, you know, it is what it is. You know, we'll be able to get quite a bit of gobber. That's fine. That's good. Now we need to get the nether gobber, which, I mean, we're close. We're not optimal yet, but we can at least make ourselves. So we need the nether gobber, which is netherite scrap, which thankfully I do have quite a bit of netherite scrap because all we need is netherite chunks for that. And then I can just, the nether gobber doesn't actually require the previous tier to make it. So we just need that as an auxiliary making material. And then I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we can just chuck you in there. And I need string, which I should have. 1, 2, 3, perfect. And we should be able to go 1, 2, 3. Oh, shoot. And now we get ourselves a nether bow, and then we can put on the enchants. Let's put on endless quiver, because that's the first one that we should put on. Then true shot, we can't put on with it. What about quick shot? Okay, quick shot we can. Why can I not put true shot on with endless quiver? Is that a true shot thing for the specific bow, or is it something else? Because if I can true shot on a normal nether bow, that's gonna be dope. But if I can't, nope, I can't. Okay, so it's just not available on the nether bow, which is unfortunate. And I should probably keep an arrow in my back pocket. Wait, it makes all arrows infinite, so let's just use spectral arrows because it's easier. We can chuck those in there. We can chuck the beetroots in there. A bunch of different mob drops. Don't really care about most of them, to be honest. Other than, yeah, we'll leave everything in here. But for now, let's go back into the nether. Wait, I can go / back. Oh, that's because I haven't died. Okay, we'll just go back. And then chuck you in there. This one goes in the back slot, which the backpack uses, so it has to go into one of the curio slots. Okay, honestly, this should be a better place for us to fight the withers, so let's just do this, and hopefully we can get the stuff that we need. So, let's see. Let's see how fast we can shoot this bow. With no power, it does like no damage, unfortunately. Okay. It's about to do the death explosion. It tried really hard. It tried its hardest to explode me, but all you have to do is run away. Apparently it's super easy. Okay, so we did get something as well. We got a trinket, octopick, vein mining ores. Honestly, if it auto vein mines ores, that's dope. Like if I do this, will it auto vein mine it? Nope, that's lame. Probably only works with vanilla ores. I do need to get power though for the bow, so probably work towards that with some extra librarians. Yeah, I think I'll work towards power with some extra librarians off camera, just because it's going to be so much easier. Once we get power and we can just start blowing everything up, it's going to go kind of crazy. And then we can go /home, /home, perfect. Always keep the flint and steel there. Flint and steel. Perfect. Okay, we can also, these librarians are probably good. What are you at right now? 1, 1, 1. 8. Okay, perfect. What about you? 1118. Perfect. 14 for the prot 6, but you know what? That's fine. I don't really care that much for that one. And we chuck you in there. And I don't really think there's much else for me to do this episode, but we're gonna do... Wait, I need this for the Nether Star Crux. Ah, I see. So I do have to fight more Withers, because I need the Nether Star Crux and everything for that. I also need to start making a refined storage system, but I don't want to yet because I'm lazy and I don't want to, but I know I need to, but I don't wanna. But I know I should, but I really just don't wanna. So I think what we're gonna do is, I think we're just gonna have to go do it. So let's just grab a stack of soul sand, grab our wither skeleton skulls, we can go back, and we'll warp back to our original place. And now let's get ourselves this party started, because Jiminy Jimus, this is probably gonna take us a bit, because we just need one additional withering soul, which has a 35%, so we should be able to get it in 3, ideally. Of course, that's not like a guaranteed in 3. Okay, so when Wither starts glowing, bro about to go crazy. That's terrifying. I'm gonna be honest. I am quaking in my boots. I need to do more damage. 39 damage with lifesteal is still not enough. I need more damage. I also need like power on my bow real bad. Bro starts glowing, we gotta go. When he starts glowing, that's when I know it's time to just start sprinting away. Also, we got the Withering Soul, which is great, because now we don't have to worry about that. But now we can go back home. Don't have to worry about that. So, Withering Souls go in the Crux. The Crux goes into the Cruxes thing, but wait. So Nether Stars come from the Nether Star Shards, which come from Nether Star that, which you don't even need. Bro, why did I kill even more if I don't need the Crux at all? I don't even need it. Because you can just not have to worry about it at all. That's crazy. Okay, well, you know, it is what it is. I don't really care. We should probably explore a bit more. Have there been any structures, wrong button? Wait, wrong button. There we go. M. Have there been any structures that we've kind of just ignored? I mean, we could just go due north. That'd be kind of interesting. Let's just go north. Let's just go north. We can always warp home. And I also have a bunch of recall potions, so it's not really a big deal. There's a cloud. I do want to start searching those clouds because the inventory pets we find could be really helpful, and I think one of the goals is to gather all the inventory pets. We just killed Bernie. Oops. Did we break the game? Well, it turns out when you kill Bernie, it full crashes your game. That's a little crazy. Okay, thankfully we were able to load back in and it did not break everything, but I opened this up, we grabbed the pig pet, and I'm just gonna leave because I don't want to insta-crash again. But that's our first inventory pet, we got another pig pet, we got some nuggets. I'm gonna grab the nuggets as well, but that's our second pig pet. If we get more pig pets, I'm not going to take them. Take the snowman pet, and I will take the nuggets. But don't fully know what our goal really is for this. Jukebox pet, nice. Okay, we got some emerald nuggets as well. And then, I mean, we're going due north. There's a village right here. We can, I guess, check out the blacksmith, see if he's got anything special. Let's do that. Let's just go. Yo, what's up, blacksmith? Weaponsmith man? What's good? Okay. Explosion proof jacket. Blast damage is reduced by 30%. When hit by an explosion, you get a TNT. Interesting. I like it. I just don't know exactly what to do with it, but thank you. There's a bridge here, you whale. Let's just check it out. I can't bump the render distance up too far or it will load in too many different things at once is surprisingly very hard on anything. Like, I tried it with a bunch of different things and nothing really helped. Thankfully, we are getting some nice little interesting biomes. We got a deep lukewarm ocean, we got a Arucarius, we got a Mojave Desert. And there's a big structure over here. What is this? A strange little rooted thing. Some skeleton boys. Thankfully, they're not actually too bad. I thought this would be a lot harder based on just the fact that, you know, these guys are wearing like diamond armor, but it's not actually too bad. I'm gonna be honest. This is very doable. To be fair, I do have indestructible stuff and armor and weapons that are pretty good. The armor itself is actually not great, but the weapon that I'm using is quite good. We should probably replace our armor since we're not really mining, but you know, I don't necessarily want to invest a ton of time into upgrading all of the crazy stuff. 'Cause, I mean, there's so much better armor and other things that we could go with. I don't fully know whether I want to invest in ruby right now, but I mean, maybe it's a shout since we were dying to withers, which withers aren't on the whole too high level. Is there a way to recycle diamond armor in this version? Because if there is, then I might keep it. Not really. Okay. Well then, we're just gonna chuck most of this stuff in here. I am keeping the special drops items because they're very helpful. Block reach, gonna keep that. Looting 4. Looting 7, so I don't think looting 4 is gonna be super great. We got another coin dragon. Double rage mind might be interesting. I do think that the rage mind resets when we die, which is unfortunate, but it makes sense because if it didn't, that might be too OP. The infinity ham, that's cool and all. It's just not like, you know, incredibly helpful. Kind of worth it, to be honest. Cloth, let's just check you out. Some more diamonds, breaking 3. Obsidian with iron. I know that's something that we need for Forbidden and Arcanus, because obsidian ingots go to the Dark Nether Star, which is how we craft the green heart canisters, and also the soul stones, which I think soulstone... Yeah, soulstone with indestructible is how we'd never die. So we do need to go that route, which means I need to grab all of the obsidian with iron whenever I see it, because I do want to never die. That'd be pretty dope. That's gonna be pretty dope. What are these boots? Aqua dashers. Walk on fluids while sprinting. I like the option of not if I'm not sprinting. That's nice. It's very convenient, and I like that a lot, actually. There's another tier down here. I love how the main thing that I'm actually keeping is just the bones and the rotten flesh, because I can trade those for emeralds from the cleric when I have downtime. Skeleton chest plates. We got the epic drop. That's cool. Transfer strength when killing enemies. Interesting. I mean, none of this stuff is really crazy good, which is a bummer. I mean, the recall potions are nice, but I do have home. Although I might not allow myself from /home, but I don't really see a reason why I should disallow myself from using /home, because it's not that OP. I just won't allow myself to combat log. No combat logging. This combat logging is a little cringe, but we do end up getting a bunch of cool stuff. What is this? Glow squid lantern, we got reflection, we got a leather cap as well. Okay, why am I getting so much rare loot drops? Bane of Arthropod 7, cool. If I need to infinitely take out stuff, you're invisible, mobs detect you from very close. You know, I think it's cool. I don't think I'm gonna use it, but I think it's cool. And so for that, I'm gonna keep it, just because I think it's cool. You know, I don't really see a point in looting the rest of this. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. Let's just move on a little bit. Graveyards aren't gonna have much. Ice and fire structure. This one is the Medusa, which there should be a lever right here, and another lever right here, which will open up the door here. And then we just look down. and we insta-died. Even though I don't think I ever saw her, I think that the LOS thing works differently in this version than 1.12, because the 1.12 version, if you're looking down, like straight down or a little bit off of straight down, you can hit her while she can't look you in the eyes because you're not actually looking at her. But I think because of the timing. By the way, it's completely frozen. We crashed again. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh shoot, I can't even stop the recording. Okay, moment of truth. Let's see if we fully will crash or if this world is corrupted and I need to go to a previous backup. And immediately not responding. That's not a good sign. Let's see. Okay. Fun. Joining world. Oh, it let us in. And it brought us back to this place. Okay. Cool. Not unhappy with that. I'm gonna be perfectly honest, not unhappy with that in the slightest. That place we already determined it doesn't have great loot. That place we've already determined the Medusa is still stupidly overpowered. And I can't use the cheese strat, which means that I'm not going to go for it. This place up here, this is an island that I think has a chest on top of the tree or in the tree. Nope, they're just, okay. You know, okay, my bad. I just destroyed an island. There's a cool house over here. Let's check out the house. The apothecary's abode. That's an illusioner, which means that... Wait. Wait, these guys had totems, which means that we already have the stuff we need in order to make the special fun thing. Don't need you necessarily. I do want to take out you. Okay, I gotta organize some stuff. We're gonna take a second and we're gonna organize because I need more space. Okay, let's just use our second one as a storage because it doesn't really matter to me. We'll just use our second one as a storage. I don't care anymore. I'm over it. I'm over keeping everything organized. Rose quartz from Create, Crimson Lanterns from Supplementaries. We can place them on walls. That's cool. You'll love to see it. We're stuck in a seat. That's crazy. Okay, what about over here? There's nothing crazy here. There are you. We got some crushed copper ore, which is not great because it's just copper stuff, essentially. We got volley, efficiency, multi-jump. Don't need multi-jump because I can fly, but if I did, it'd be cool. We got a wrench, which is cool, I guess. We also got capacity, life leech 2, distance, growth 2. I already have growth on some stuff, and it doesn't really do a whole ton, so I'm gonna ignore that for now. Doesn't look like there's anything crazy good here either. What about, okay, capacity, we got fortune 1, bulwark, disarming 2, an abacus, we got some more of the lanterns, some more diamonds, some golden carrots. You'll love to see it, honestly. The only issue is just, there's not really, it's not that good. It's just a cool looking structure, which maybe in the future will take over at some point, but I don't know, not right now. Let's check out just a little more further north. I want to make sure that we don't crash again this episode, because, I don't know, this mod pack in itself it's crazy craft, so it's large and certain things will just brick everything. And so, I do apologize for crashing, but it's not my fault. It was funny, and also, I don't know why it reset me to a previous thing. Because I did not actually change anything. I didn't change it from being at one place to the other. I genuinely just loaded the world back up and it put it to the backup because of how it crashed, which was, cool, I guess. Tall yucca flower, that hurt. Okay. Those are growing on top of the yucca logs from atmospheric, so what do I actually get from breaking you? I get yucca saplings. Okay. That's cool. It's a cool looking tree. I don't know fully if I'm going to utilize them, but they're cool looking. I'll tell you that. There's bees on top of campfires. Okay. Good for honey if I need honey. I don't know what I'll need honey for, but maybe. There's also these guys. Come on now. Give me that newfound Enderman pet. Cool. And some shitty nuggets, which is dope. And now we can just zoop our way over here. A little bit of a chest pet, which is a utility one. He's not one of the rarer ones, I don't think. Loot pet. I mean, cool. Don't know. Bonus dropped from mining and loot. Okay. You know, that's pretty cool. I do have luck 2 already though, so it's not gonna be super crazy useful, but I do want to get all of the inventory pets I possibly can, so any of these are very helpful. Yeah, every single one that we can get, I want to get inventory pet wise, no matter how hard it is, as part of just completing crazy craft. So Vexen dye, this is from Levind. Vexenite skin, we got Vexen paint, we got Victim's treat. And then these are Vexenites, I guess. I don't fully know what these are supposed to be. Difficult, right? They're like the cousin of the Vex, so I don't know what they're actually used for. But potentially it's something later game? I don't know. Let's check it out, I guess. There's no reason to not. So Vexen dye, which is Vexen stone. Vexenite skin is a special drop that's used to create the Eternal Blessed Sword, which is used to, on entity hit, heal 2 HP. So it's just a cool sword. Okay. You know, that's not bad. I don't hate it. There's a bunch more stuff in Levind that we need to go through, but I don't know fully what I want to go through yet, so we're just gonna... I guess we'll come down here, we'll get some earth slime stuff, and then... Never mind, the earth slimes won't spawn, because we're right there. We'll just take out some pirates, I guess. We'll just take out a bunch of the pirates. Okay, you know, wrong place to step, but you know, I'm not unhappy with it. We're trying to sneak up on me. That's crazy. Little does he know, I am the best. I am the most goated. Okay, we gotta loot. Is there anything good? I mean, cobwebs and stuff might be nice. I'll just grab everything, honestly. There's no reason not to, really. We're gonna have a storage system probably next episode. I'll just prep stuff in between episodes because I do not care. It's too much work to do it all on camera. I do not want to have to try and be funny the whole time. Okay, we get ourselves the gunpowder. We get ourselves flint. You know, redstone, we'll grab the redstone. It's not like it doesn't hurt us at all to take. Oh no, more loot. Okay, that's the cannonball. Cool, I guess. We can chuck you guys away. Perfect. We get ourselves some ribs. We got our red feather from Potion Master. Cool. There's barracks in here with literally nothing. Oh, the red feather was from the... Oops. The parrot, in my defense, he was siding with the enemy. Bro, what are they doing? They're doing that. What they're just spinning. I don't. What's going on over here? Okay, you know, fair enough. I'm not gonna question it. We're just gonna we just observe. We don't judge. You know, yeah, let's go. Let's just go home from here, and I think I'm gonna end the episode here. There's no real... What we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be making ourselves a refined storage system. So I got the processors started. I do need to get them smelted up though. We're gonna grab a couple of them. We're gonna craft up a couple of things. I did make a ton of extra quartz-enriched iron, as well as I got some more glass, some more redstone, because I did think that those were gonna be necessary. Let's get the rest of these processors smelted up, and then we can go into actually getting this taken care of. So we need to make a disk drive. We're also going to need a controller. The controller needs access to the sky, so we're going to put it right here because I need to put a solar panel on each side of this so that it's actually generating power. Essentially, these are each generating 128 FE per tick, so this shouldn't cost us too much total. I say that, but I don't actually know what it's going to take. But I need the crafting grid first. So I should be able to grab the rest of these guys, and then I can make the construction and the destruction cores, which those are basic processors, not the complex ones, which is great because that's a lot simpler. So we can do that, and then we'll make the crafting grid, and then we can just do this, plop you on top of here, and then we can plop the drive on top. And this shouldn't cost us too much, 4 FE and 0 FE per tick, but this is 0 FE because of the drives that I have in it, because it has nothing. Now we need a bunch of 1K storage drives, which is why I got a bunch of redstone, because I want to make sure that we have enough to craft up all of the stuff that we can. So we'll get 7 1Ks, and then I need glass, which is just going to cost us some more sand. So let's go. I want to go far enough away. Is there a desert close by? No, but we can go like northwest and go get some sand from that place. It shouldn't be too bad. And I know everyone in the comments is saying, just use ProjectE, use ProjectE. I know ProjectE is really overpowered. I've used ProjectE before. It makes everything really boring and not really fun to play through. And so I'm going to, I will humor you guys probably next episode, but I'm not going to use it for everything. When I need certain things that are rarer and that are more difficult, like, I'm not going to use it for getting everything. So I will limit myself. Of course, I say that, but then I probably won't, just because I get addicted to having everything for free. But, you know, it is what it is. Let's go home now, though. Let's slash home real quick, and we should be able to just get a little bit of our sand smelted up nice and fast, so that we can take care of all this stuff. So I'm gonna need, how many 1Ks can I make with everything? Because it's gonna cost us, I'm gonna run out of silicon before I actually can make, wait, no, because the next ones take basics. So we'll make as many 1Ks as we can for the silicon, which is 31. And then that's gonna translate into 10 4Ks, which is gonna translate to 3 16Ks, which is going to translate to 1 64K. And then the 64K, are there extra discs? There are. So we've got 256, then we've got 1024, then we've got 4096, and then we've got the 16384K, the 65K, and then from there 262, 1048 million, and then infinite. So we'll be able to go infinite after I get auto crafting set up for all of that. That's gonna take a bit. So for now, let's just use this to actually make ourselves a 64K storage disk, which shouldn't use too much power. I don't know how much power, 1 FE per tick, yeah. Not bad at all. Then I can just chuck everything in here. And the solar panels should be able to store enough. Yeah, they store 2 million, which should be enough for the night. I say should, but, you know, I'm mostly just hoping, because if it's not, it's going to be really obnoxious to take care of all that, but it's not the end of the world. Regardless, I can probably, actually, I can do this. I can swap the trinkets out, and then I'll magnet everything up so I can just spam click everything in here pretty much. Because we shouldn't have more than 64, actually we're gonna have way more than 64K, what am I talking about? I'm gonna need a lot of different storage solutions. I'm anticipating, based off of the fact that after those chests we're already at 4.1K, and we've got a lot more stuff than that, so let's just get these guys all taken care of and moved in, and then from there we'll be able to shift around some other stuff and probably go exploring. I do need to look into all the modium and all the stuff that comes along with that, so I will definitely be doing that, but not this very episode probably, because it's just gonna take a little bit longer that I don't really want to have to take care of. So, you know, it is what it is. Regardless, we're gonna need a lot more glass as well for taking care of all the materials for the storage disks. So what do I actually need? I need glass, but I also need quartz and iron, and I need nether quartz, which nether quartz, I think the best way is going to be nether quartz seeds, which is going to be going into mystical agriculture, to the infusion altar, the infusion pedestal, and I also need an infusion crystal. So at infusion crystal. So let's get ourselves our base infusion crystal, which I don't actually have any of the things for. apparently, which is interesting to me, because I definitely thought I did, but fair enough, I guess. I also don't have enough logs or fuel. I know I have enough coal. Oh, there's the... Does this coal still work as a fuel? It does not, but I can turn it into blocks of coal, which should definitely count as fuel, so that shouldn't be an issue. And then we'll take you, and then everything will just get chucked directly into here, which is perfect, because now we can just chuck everything else into our storage system, because then I don't have to deal with it anymore. Which is great, because, oh my gosh, has there been just so much stuff that I need to take care of. Is there a way to... Oh yeah, I can turn off pickup, and then I should be able to just chuck out everything. And the only things I need to keep in here are the foods that I've been eating. Which, honestly, I should be changing those up anyways, so I can just do this, and then we'll pick out the foods that we want to eat for... Just walk forward a little bit, and let's just shift-click everything in, and we're probably going to fill up everything, which is really unfortunate, because I don't want to have to take care of all that, including making more storage, but hopefully we're fine for now. Please. I want to be fine for now. Okay, we're at 18k, and I know that our other backpack has like 47,000 worth of stuff in it, just due to the sheer amount of ores that we've mined, but at least we can get out the non-bulk stuff, which is great. I mean, storage drawers would be nice. The only thing is just, it's not really worth making storage drawers if I'm going to have an infinite storage unit thing anyway. So, I don't fully know whether I want to do that or not, but we've got some silicon. I think the main issue with the silicon that we have is just that we need quartz for that, and... Wait, can I just make I can just make silicon seeds. What am I talking about? I also can just chuck in all these prosperity shards into here, which is perfect, because now we should actually be able to craft up our infusion crystal, which is perfect, because now I need the supremium for that. So I need 8 supremium? No, 6 supremium, which is going to be inferium essence, inferium. We can take all these inferium blocks, and I'm going to need to take out a lot more mobs, but it shouldn't be too big of a deal, because we've got quite a bit of this stuff, and 13 is going to turn into a total of 3. So we're halfway through that, and our infusion crystal is halfway gone as well. What's the best way? Inferium seeds. Shoot. Essence. I have 2 prudentium, and then we can just chuck these guys, make you, and then I can take you along with a thing of dirt and a... Do I have a hoe? Okay, I don't. Let's take out some rubies, and we'll make ourselves a ruby hoe, and then we'll make ourselves a piece of farmland, make ourselves a piece of supremium farmland, and then from there we can just make ourselves one of these hopper botany pots can go supremium farmland with inferium seeds, and then that'll create us inferium every couple seconds, which is great. And I can just leave that AFK for a bit, but most of our resources that can be compressed, marble can't be, basalt can't be. Glass, I don't really see a reason to. Sand, I know we can compress, so we'll compress sand a little bit. Cracked nether bricks, I don't really care about most of the stuff, so we're gonna leave it for now, but nether quartz versus silicon... There's silicon seeds, right? Yeah, silicon essence, which is silicon seeds, which is a tier 2, which only is going to take... But I still need the infusion altar and stuff, so I still need red. So, I should have... Okay, I've got 1. Should be able to do this, right? Okay, I should be able to just do this, right? Okay, well, apparently we can't get red through that, so that's a little lame. Wait, we can make red through beetroot. I'm so stupid. What? I also need food, so we should probably work on food stuff soon as well. But yeah, beetroot is red dye. I keep forgetting that that's a thing. And then I need fusion altar, which is red carpet, which is going to be white carpet, which is wool, which thankfully we can make from string. Great, because we're going to need a lot of it. So, string, we'll turn that into wool, which will then turn into carpet, which will then turn into red carpet, which will then thankfully be able to make ourselves an infusion altar, as well as infusion pedestals, which I'm going to need a lot more of because I need 8 total, which means I need even more spiders, which means I need even more of that. And we're going to... I think we're gonna eat the pancakes from Vanilla Cookbook as our food source, because it does seem like it's one of the best. Villager, we've got a baby villager, and then I have a composter, which means that we should be able to take one of these. That's our looting boy, a cultiversion. Yeah, that guy is moderately useless, so we'll take him out and we will replace him with a farmer that we can utilize in order to, you know, get nice food. Because thankfully, farmers are very helpful when it comes to food. Unless there's a better profession. Wait, at easy. So if I look at the traders, shoot, it doesn't have professions. At professions. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. So, let's just grab some emeralds. And hopefully we can get a roll that will not cost us a ton. Okay, 1 emerald for potatoes or carrots, that's fine, that works. Onion seeds, that works. Cookies, that works. I will take some cookies. Cookies can go in there as well. And then I've got to... Shoot. I've got to get mushroom. Thankfully, I do have mushrooms, because I got... Killing endermen that are holding the nylium gives you the nylium, which is how I got stuff necessary to actually make more mushrooms using nylium. Because you need nylium in the botany pots to actually get mushrooms, which is cool, because you need a form of mycelium, which is... I mean, it makes sense, right? Mushrooms only grow on mycelium because that's like the entire, that's the body. A mushroom itself is the fruiting body of a mushroom. We got a lot of stuff from that guy as well. What does fire mind do? Enemies targeting you will burn on fire. +1 looting also works on ranged weapons. Cool. Enemies targeting you will burn on fire. We're immune to fire, so let's do it. And this guy still hasn't restocked. We should be able to get a bunch of sugarcane. How much sugarcane are we looking at? A stack? Okay, well, we can get a little trade in. It's not gonna help much, though, unfortunately, but... okay, what else can we really do while we're waiting? What's a way to get string? If I need carpet, which is wool, which is gonna be string, flax, or the... Okay, I think I do have a bunch of those. So, chassilere, and then we can turn that into wool, which we can then turn into a ton of carpet, which we can then, the red dye, we can turn into red carpet, which we can then turn into infusion pedestals, because I need 6 more, which is perfect, because now we've got 6 more, and I can grab you because a free enderman head is beautiful, and we'll make our infusion pedestal right... Nope, we'll make it 1 more. Right here. Because I thought I measured enough space, but I did not because I was blind. I could not see. I had no eyes. Okay, let's get ourselves a button. Peach button. Like it. Okay. And then I just need prosperity seed base. And some other stuff, right? Okay, we'll buy some more cookies. Where's the cookies in there? Master farmer. He has the golden carrot trade. That's all we really need. Now what we can do is we can convert him once. We'll convert him just once because there's no reason to convert him more, but for the silicon seeds, we just need prosperity seed base, which I'll craft up a couple of, and then I need the good old-fashioned... Wait, do we have enough? We have 8, which is perfect because I need 4 prudentium. I actually have, which is nice, and then I need silicon. We have as well. And then I also need Perdium. I need this because I need Prudentium farmland in order to actually grow Prudentium tier crops. And I'm gonna put that guy right here because I do want to grow it. And I think that's all I need, right? I just come over here and then go boop, 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 and then we click the button. And nothing happens because... Oh, never mind. Things were happening. I just can't see them because it didn't render for some reason. Probably because I have particles turned down, because for some reason having any particles at all bricks the FPS of this by so much. It's absurd. It's abysmal. It's actually awful. I don't know why, but I guess it makes sense somehow. I don't know. We're going to take all these emerald chunks and we're going to pop them in there, and then we're going to click them all out so we get a ton of emeralds. 1.1k emeralds, and then I'm gonna keep a good healthy stack of emeralds in here. This guy, once he goes, then we're gonna just get a ton of his golden carrots, because the golden carrot trade is just perfect. You'll love to see it, honestly. We can also get infinite phantom membrane and also infinite glowstone, which is great, but I do think that now what we should be aiming for is making some more of our good old-fashioned 1Ks. So we got 13 of you. You're almost grown. 23 seconds left. Okay, so it's gonna take a bit. Hopefully we should be able to get through at least a couple more. So we got one more 16k, which is good. I think for making these, auto-crafting isn't gonna be perfectly necessary, but we are gonna need withering processors, which are, how many do we need total? So we need 4, then we need 12 more, so 16 total, and then, oh my gosh. So we're gonna need a couple stacks, because this one, we need 16 for each one of these, which means that we need a stack for this. Okay, so we need 1 full stack of nether stars for these, which thankfully we'll be able to craft up hopefully soon with the nether star seeds. But I do think that we're gonna need at ProjectE to make this actually viable, and for that we're gonna need the Watch of Flowing Time on a dark matter pedestal, which means that we need dark matter is the only thing that actually costs anything, which is Eternalist fuel, which is Mobius fuel, which is alchemical coal, which isn't that expensive actually. Okay, well we can make that because I have a philosopher's stone. So if I just uncraft a bunch of this coal and then I chuck that all in there and I just turn it all into alchemical coal, and then we turn all of that into Mobius fuel, and then I turn all of that into Eternalist fuel, and then I get myself a couple blocks of diamonds. I need 4 dark matter. So we're half of the way there with the coal that we just uncrafted, but we should be able to get a lot closer because I have a lot more coal, which is kind of funny that you can just turn coal into dark matter, because I wish you could do that IRL. That'd be great, you know? Craft up all that into coal, craft up all that into Eternalist fuel, craft all that up, at least into alchemical coal, then turn that into the Mobius fuel, then turn that into the Eternalist fuel. And then we can go from there to making ourselves 2 more dark matter to get ourselves a quick little Watch of Flowing Time. And we need red matter for the pedestal. Is that the only pedestal that there is? On pedestal. Okay, so we need a pedestal to actually get this to work. It says it goes on the belt slot though, so if I put it in my belt, will it work? Okay, interesting. I'm very confused. The Watch of Flowing Time, so I do need a pedestal for that, which means I need dark matter blocks, which is gonna cost us a bunch more. However, I do have a bunch of nethered coal, and I don't think coal is too hard to, so we're about to get ourselves a little bit extra, because as it turns out, I have a bit of coal, just a little bit. This isn't AE. I can just keep clicking and it'll go into the system, which is great because I don't like working with AE because it's just more complicated. I have to think more. I don't want to do that. I just want to chill. I don't know. The new term started for school. That's been great. Just been kind of vibing with that, having a good time. Not anything too crazy, just kind of relaxing, chilling. How have your guys' days been going? I know that spring break is like relaxing for some and just really, really nerve-wracking for some people, but I personally really enjoyed my spring break, so I don't know. If you guys did anything cool over spring break, let me know. I really genuinely want to hear from other people about just what ended up happening in your life. It's really cool to hear from other people because I'm only one person, so I'm not able to experience, you know, what everyone can. I don't know, if you're struggling as well, I want to hear that too, because I don't feel like everyone really gets to vocalize their struggles all the time. So if you're just watching my videos, struggling, or maybe studying, honestly, I appreciate you. Even if no one else is willing to say it, I appreciate you just for watching this video. Because while it might be not much for you, it means the world to me, and it's why I'm able to grow and why I'm able to enjoy doing this. It's a great hobby, and I'd love to turn it into my full-time job, but as of right now, it's what's paying for school, and so it's nice. It's really enjoying. It's really enjoyable. Still fumble with my words sometimes, because that's just how life goes. Nothing's ever gonna be perfect, but at least experiencing life and getting to enjoy the good things puts a smile on your face, you know? If you're not able to smile every day, then I hope that you can work towards that, because smiling every day is really, really, honestly helpful for your mental state. It's really good for you to be able to just get to enjoy something. And if you need to laugh, if you need to cry, just let it out. There's no reason to hold those things in. Holding it in is just gonna hurt you in the long run. And life's not about living with regrets. And this is something that I've been trying to work on myself, is just letting go of regrets. If I have a regret, then, you know, just letting it go. There's no need to regret things that happen because, well, life's life. Things are gonna happen. Not everything's gonna be perfect, but I can at least enjoy it even as imperfect as it is, which is great. I have definitely been feeling a lot more free because of that. I don't know, if you were enjoying these videos and you appreciate the commentary, or if you appreciate the words that I have to say, I appreciate it, and I'd really appreciate it if you'd like and subscribe. So thank you to everyone who's willing to do that for me. Just genuinely from the bottom of my heart, thank you. And anywho, let's just get our pedestal taken care of so that we can then chuck ourselves this guy. Does it actually speed this up? Nah, not really. Okay, well, you know, maybe there's a way that we could utilize that. I don't fully know if that's something that we want to do, but maybe I have to work on that off camera to just get a farm set up. To just harvest enough Inferium, because Inferium is going to be something that we're going to need a lot of. Maybe I just set up a ton of these hopper botany pots, but I do think, though, that we're going to try and get a couple more seeds this episode. Or maybe we just explore a little bit. I haven't really explored to the south, I don't think. Yeah, we haven't really gone south. We've definitely gone north a little bit. We haven't really gone south. Let's just go south for a bit. See what we end up finding. If we find something cool, dope. If not, you know, it is what it is. This bee's got a dope hat on it. That's cool. Honestly, I really like these little structures that just appear. Also, these question mark bushes are just random wild bushes, which is nice. And this is our first dragon. Well, that was a tough fight. Did I despawn the dragon? Did I hit it so hard that it vanished? Or did it get knocked back somewhere? Am I not allowed to use dragon stuff? I don't know. Why did it just vanish? If you know what just happened, please let me know, because, and this biome's quite cool. Haunted lakes. I like it. It's cool to see just how many cool biomes are right next to our new base, because, I mean, it's just neat. Like, this is the moss from the graveyard. That's graveyard moss. That's normal moss. I think that this moss works like Minecraft moss, but it's just backported. But I also know that there's the Caves and Cliffs backport mod in here. So I think there's another moss. So there's multiple different types of moss in the graveyard, but there's also the normal type of moss for Minecraft that's in the backport mod. And I guess we're going grave robbing a little bit. In real life, I would advocate highly against robbing graves. But in Minecraft, I would say that because there's no other actual humans anymore, that you're living their legacy by taking their things, by experiencing everything. You are actually the one carrying on their legacy by taking the stuff. So it would be disrespectful to not take it at this point, you know? Like, with that understanding. So, in Minecraft, take all the stuff that you need. Fertilizer, crops and plants grow around you. See, I think I could really make a very optimized crop growing thing with a bunch of these different modifiers. The only thing is knowing what stuff stacks and what stuff does not stack and what stuff's gonna make me crash. Which is, you know, that's kind of the fun part, you know? I don't know, it's kind of cool getting to find out whether something's gonna end up ending you or something's gonna... That person had flowers in their grave. Honestly, I'm happy to see flowers in someone's grave in Minecraft, even if I know if I don't know who they were. Just knowing that, you know, people cared about them someday, or one day, and that they were willing to leave those and they preserved the flowers to last for a long time. It's, you know, it's nice. And I hope to leave that kind of mark on a lot of people when I pass. Because life's not about, you know, trying to hold on to everything. Life's about just enjoying the journey. Life's about life. And if you take anything for granted, it's probably gonna end up haunting you when you're older. And I say this being an incredibly young man, but having seen some older people who I really cared about not able to, you know, not able to experience everything they wanted to because they lived their life with regret. And I don't want to let that happen to me. I don't want to let that happen to the people that I care about. So I'm going to live my life looking forward to every second of every day. Because if I don't, you know, it's probably going to bite me. And even if it doesn't bite me, it's just more happy getting to enjoy life other than wallowing in the fact that stuff sucks. That's just a part of life. And once I accepted that, I was a lot more happy. I haven't really been depressed for quite some time because my family is very, very much one of those families that just has a bunch of anxiety disorders and stuff. And, you know, getting to get through that and getting to work through my own, like, issues and stuff. And just getting to accept that, you know, life has so much more to offer than just being anxious all the time and worried. And that's what I hope for the people that I care about. For my girlfriend, for my parents. I mean, my parents are always going to worry. They're always going to be stressed. But not letting that stress catch up with you in an unhealthy way that continues to push you down and push you into a corner that makes you end up feeling just... And I know this is really, like, a deep talk for someone who makes Minecraft content, but I'm a person. You're a person too. You should treat yourself like you're a person and let yourself be happy. And I hope that this message at least reaches out to a couple people, but maybe no one sees it. Maybe no one hears it, but at least it's out there, you know? And that's what really matters. Because if I'm not willing to say it, then no one else is going to be able to hear it, even if they were here to hear it. So, just no regrets. Life is life. It's not perfect, but it is what it is. And what it is okay. Good even. I particularly enjoy my life. Because, no, it's not perfect. No, it's not even, like, the best that it could be. It's fun to live life and not be so worried about every little thing. Because life's more than that. Life is so much more than that. And I hope that everyone watching this video will get to experience just how enjoyable life is. And if you're struggling, just leave a comment. I'll read it as soon as I see it, and at least I'll hear you. I'll read it. I'll do the best that I can to understand. I'm not perfect, but I'll do my very best. Wait, there's so much more to this graveyard. Holy, but yeah, no, like, life is life. And I don't want to take anything for granted, and I don't want you guys to take anything for granted either, because I feel like a lot of people, especially people my age, and I'm 21, like, no hiding anything here, I'm 21, I've hardly lived life according to a lot of the people in my life who are older than me. But, you know, I still think that my words have weight because, well, I've seen the result of thinking and feeling the way that I feel, and I'm genuinely happy. I'm happy now, and leveling up gives you extra experience. Interesting. But yeah, I don't know. I want people to be able to enjoy everything to the fullest, as I'm trying to do right now in every moment, as I play, as I do school, as I get through life, as I learn, as I grow. I want I want to be able to help people. I want to touch people's lives. And maybe if that's just me making content, then that's what it is, but if there's other ways that I could help people, I want to do that. And so just sending out these messages, sometimes they help. Maybe sometimes they don't. Maybe sometimes people don't hear them, but at least they're out there for anyone who's looking, anyone who needs to hear this. It's okay. You've got this. You don't need to give up. In fact, I encourage you not to give up, because no matter where you are in life, it can always be okay. And honestly, I recommend reaching out to people, because some people, even if you're not struggling yourself, there might be someone around you who's struggling. Or if you're struggling, reaching out is a way to let other people know that you're struggling. And I know a lot of people, especially my age, want to hide that they're struggling, hide that they're depressed, hide that they're everything, because it's like, it's still stigmatized, or it's used as a way, and it's played out in a way where people use a small amount of how they're feeling to get something out of other people. But if you just express how you truly feel to the people that you care about and the people that you think care about you, one, you'll find out if they really do care about you, but also there's an opportunity for you to get the help you need. And sometimes that opportunity is all it takes to really get to grow, really get to experience how amazing life can be, because life's great. And if you don't think so, write me a comment. Just talk with me. I'd love to change your mind. I'd love to talk to you. I'd love to understand your woes, your sorrows, whatever you're dealing with. I want to hear it, because I think that everyone matters. Everyone should have a voice, and no one should have to suffer in silence or suffer alone. When people around me are going through stuff and they're hiding it, I can always tell. Sometimes it's hard to ask, but I usually do my best to ask and try and convey that I understand that I'm willing to listen to them, because sometimes that's what they need to hear. And that's what I want them to hear. Because I want them to know that no matter what's going on for them, whether they're struggling, whether they're sad, whether they're depressed, whether they need help, it's gonna be okay. Maybe it's not okay in the moment. Maybe they're really struggling. Maybe something is just hurting them really deep down. But ultimately, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. And I say that not knowing everyone's story, but myself knowing that nothing's perfect, and there's always a way for everyone to be okay. Whether it's hard, whether it's something different, there's always a way. And that's part of why I just never give up. I don't believe giving up is a part of something that we should do, because humanity's gotten to this point through not giving up, and it's impressive, to be honest. It's impressive that humanity's gotten this far. I'm not gonna let it not go farther by holding myself back and holding myself down. Let's get home and let's get some stuff deposited, and I do think Reaper will put down speed and capturing, and that stuff we'll put on our stuff. Capturing will plop on you, speed and insights, perfect. Relic will break soon. Why is it breaking? It's indestructible. Do I need to enchant it or something? Regardless, like, life is about everything that life has to offer. No, it's not perfect. No, it's not even amazing all the time. There's opportunities, and there's things that, there's things that push us down every day, whether it's something small or something big, and I don't want to let that push people into feeling despair. Because despair is something that, at least me personally, I think that no one should have to feel. No one should have to feel hopelessness or despair, or like they're stuck in a place that they can't escape from. And because of that belief, I want to spread the message that, you know, maybe not all the time, and maybe not in all of the ways at all the time, but I think that life is good. And I hope that the message that I have to say will at least resonate with some people. Because I know it's not going to resonate with everyone. I know it's not going to be like, oh, well, you said it's good, so it's good. That's just not how life works. Like, not everything's gonna be perfect, and I'm not even saying that it's perfect. I'm just saying that it's good and that it's okay. And I hope that'll help someone. And I hope that you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. I'm sorry if I sound a little weird. I actually have just a cold, and yeah, it's not great. But at least we're getting through some stuff. So, in this episode, my plan is to start going through ProjectE, and we're only going to be using ProjectE in order to do some quality of life and other stuff. I'm not going to use it to go absolutely insane, because it can get a little bit out of hand. We are going to be using it just because it's a lot easier to use it. So, there's that, and we got the transmutation table, and then we need dark matter in order to get ourselves our transmutation tablet so we can use it in our hands. So, from here, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna grab myself a little bit of a couple different things, namely being, I think I have some of the storage parts, and these guys do have EMC, so we're going to actually just chuck those in, and then what's the highest EMC thing that we currently have? I think it's going to be actually just I think emeralds are the most optimal way to do this, so I'm probably gonna have to set up something to farm emeralds so that we can get a ton of these guys. Honestly, I don't even need a ton of them because we're using the storage parts to get the next tier up storage part, and then it's all gonna be going back into the system anyway. Now that we've got those guys, we're gonna chuck those in, grab ourselves a quick little stack of these 64k storage parts, then we're gonna craft up the 256k storage parts, and then now we gotta check those guys in. I also am gonna need all of the different processors, so that does mean that I'm gonna need to make some more raw improved processors, which hopefully we have enough silicon to cover that, because apparently I used them all, which is a little bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. It's all good. Doesn't really matter too much, but essentially this is just a way to cut the costs down from using a bunch of different resources to just using a couple different ones. So I think the main thing we're gonna need are gonna be the advanced processors, and we can also give ourselves a full stack of the red heart canisters. Sorry for the sniffling. It's just like, there's nothing I can do. It's really annoying. I'm really congested, and I needed to get a video recorded, so, you know, it is what it is. But wait, we also have essences, right? And these guys all have their own EMC. So in theory, I could start getting the supremium that I need in order to make the master infusion crystal, just like that. Infusion. And we need a supremium gemstone, which is a prosperity gemstone, which is then a supremium gemstone. And then we get ourselves our master infusion crystal, which now we don't have to worry about the durability of. So I can get auto crafting stuff started as well with that, which is dope, because then we don't have to worry about it. And at this point, we might as well just plop on, I think that this goes, there's a specific heart amulet slot, which is that guy right there. And so now we're at 30 hearts total, which is really cool. And another thing that we can do, because we have all of this, is we can grab our ores, and our uranium and titanium ores don't have, well, so I need uranium, titanium, and platinum. And the worm roost platinum does work, but I think if I smelt these, they have EMC. They do, yes. So we can get the EMC that we need from these guys, and also get these essentially marked in our transmutation tablet, which is great. So I won't ever have to worry about these things, which is just dope. You'll love to see it. So let's chuck the platinum ingots in there. We'll craft up these guys into their ingot forms, because it's just gonna be so much easier if I chuck the ingots in there so we can get an ingot at a time. And it's 9 million for or 4 million for 1 ingot of each. So we're at 37 million, which isn't too crazy, surprisingly. What is the EMC for netherite? 50,000 per versus an emerald, which is 16,000. So, oh, even netherite scrap are so much more efficient. Okay, so what I need to do now is just chuck out one of this netherite. We can craft it all into the ancient debris, and then we can just turn that all into EMC. I'm gonna keep 1 stack in there just so that we have that, and the rest can all go into here, because all this is gonna need to get turned into netherite scrap, and then it's all going to be, I guess we could combine it with the gold. Honestly, that might be a better play. If I chuck out, what, 3k, 4k of gold, then I can chuck the gold in here, and then once we get through all of this, then we can combine that with the gold and get the netherite, which is 50k, which is much more than 12k, but I guess it's 4, so it's like a condensed version of it, which is cool, because then I don't need to worry about like going further back. Also, you can just go back a little bit. I will be adding mods to this because there was actually no mining dimension mod added to this mod pack, just because it's 1.16.5. So in the description of this video, there will be a link to the additional mod that I added with the mod pack itself, and we're gonna be going into that dimension probably this episode, I think, so it should be a little bit interesting, but it's just a mining dimension, so it's nothing too crazy. Regardless of that, though, what we should be able to do is just do that real quick, and now we just get all the gold we need, which is really nice and simple, because we get gold so much faster, which is great. It's still gonna take a bit, so wrong button, there we go. So I'll be right back. And it looks like we did the math almost perfectly, because we got 22.4 and 22.2k. So we should be able to craft up a ton of netherite, chuck it all into our transmutation tablet, and we should be able to get just a ton of EMC from that. And I'm gonna eventually set up auto crafting and seeds for this so that we can just essentially just generate a ton of EMC. I don't know what other EMC mods are actually in here. This is just a super simple way, and I'm only using it for a couple base things because you guys don't want to have to see me deal with storage stuff for like 8 episodes in a row just to get it to the point where it's like semi-usable. So for right now, we're just gonna do it this way, and if you really have any complaints, honestly, I care a little bit, genuinely, just chill, like, it is only game. You don't have, why do you have to be mad? Okay, there we go, and then we grab 3 of you guys, and then we can get ourselves the 4096k, chuck you in there, grab 3 of you, come in there, get ourselves the 16384k, chuck you in there, then we get 3 of you, and then we go and get the 536k, which then we can chuck in there, which is 34 million per, which is kind of crazy, because this next one's going to cost us like a couple 100 million. But this is where we need the withering processors, which is where we need the nether stars, which is why we can do that to get, okay, we've got nether stars now, and then I also need, what else do I need for the nether star seeds, is the real question. I need supremium essence, no I don't, I need insanium essence, which, I mean, how much supremium is that? Because I can grab, what, 4 stacks of supremium real quick, and that should be enough, right? Fusion crystal, insanium essence. Honestly, let's do this, just so we can get as much insanium as we need. Chuck insanium blocks in there, 1, 2, 3, 4. We can chuck our other infusion crystal in there, as well as the extra insanium, and I hit the wrong button, there we go. Now I need prosperity seed base, and I'm also gonna need 1 more insanium for the farmland, because we need insanium farmland to grow the plant itself, which is great, because now what we can do is we chuck you there, and then we just go boop, 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 and it's completely shapeless, so it doesn't really matter where I put these guys, but I like putting them in the right place. And no particles. Maybe I try turning particles on again? Okay, particles are not gonna work because we're holding a torch in our hand, and it's a little goofy. Yeah, particles have to be on like minimal for this to actually look okay to you guys, so I'm not gonna do much for that. What I am gonna do though is I'm gonna take the botany pot, and I'm gonna plop it in here, and we're gonna get another quick little botany pot, and I only need one. And this is going to be our nether star seeds real quick, just so we can start growing them. There's probably more efficient and faster ways to grow them, even with the mods that are currently in here. But what I'm gonna add is the botany pot tiers mod, which adds tiers to the botany pots so they can grow things even faster. So I'm gonna do that just because I think that that's worth it to make it more crazy craft. But you know, if you don't personally agree, then it's just a personal preference, honestly. Regardless of that, what we do need to do, though, is we're going to need a significant amount more EMC in order to get the max tier storage, because each one is 1 billion. Almost. So maybe we get a bunch of emerald seeds feeding in, we turn those into emerald blocks and we get a bunch of stuff. Or maybe nether stars, but nether stars are only 139 versus, is there a netherite? Netherite seed is a tier 5 and produces netherite essence, which 8 of which is combined into 1. So honestly, not a bad idea. I kind of like the idea of doing that. Now we need a seed reprocessor anyway, so I'm gonna have to make that. The phytogenic insulator is good, but it just grows stuff too slowly and uses too much resources to set up like infrastructurally right now. So we're just gonna do it this way, I think. And our limiting resource is currently the silicon, because silicon just grows really slow, which is great. So we got 40 AU now. We can craft up a couple. I need 4. Do we have enough? We have barely enough for 4. Okay. I mean, hey, it's enough for 1, so I'm happy about that. Also, wait, that should be honestly all we kind of need, because we just need to make our 262 million, and then I need 3 of you, which uses almost all of our EMC, which is kind of absurd. But then we get our 1048 million, which is crazy, because now we've got that. That's 311 million. So do we want to spend the rest of the episode doing that, or do we want to go at mining? So there's a bunch of stuff from the mining dimension. We need a quartz and steel, and then I think that the portal is obsidian. Give me 1 moment, please. Ah, no, it's not even that. It's just cobble. So I need cobblestone. I do barely have enough cobblestone, yes. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're gonna build this portal, I guess, the opposite side of this one. So we just go here, I guess. A little bit interesting. I gotta build it 1 more down. But, I mean, hey. That's honestly kind of interesting that you still get the resources from mining the cobblestone that you've placed. So maybe an AFK farm is very, very doable, but I don't know necessarily if I want to do that exactly, because I just genuinely think that that's a little bit cringe to that, going to that extent to save resources. But I mean, hey, we need 2 more of the cobble, and just chuck that in there. And you know what would make it funny is if we used obsidian as the corners for our cobblestone portal, because I feel like that just kind of fits with, you know, how you should do Minecraft. I feel like it just fits, you know? And now we'll click you, we get our mining dimension portal, we've got that. So we can go into the mining dimension. There's not really anything that I crazily need right now, but there's a bunch of different ores. There's obsidian diamond ore, compressed diamond ore, emerald diamond ore. There's a bunch of different really cool stuff that we could check out in there, and I definitely will be doing. We just have to, you know, we're gonna give it a little bit of time, because what I want to do is, what's a diamond? A diamond's 8k, gas tiers are 4k. What's something else that's really high EMC? Rubies are really good. Is there a ruby seed? Ruby essence from ruby seeds, which are thermal series rubies. Can you make a ruby seed utilizing Chaos Awakens rubies? 1, 2, 3, 4. Because if so, that'd be dope. Forged gems / ruby. What are these? Forged gems. It's not a gems ruby, which is unfortunate because that means that I need a thermal series ruby, which I don't think will actually generate because ruby ore. Ooh, it's an apotheosis boon. So I need a boon of the earth enchantment. Enchantment. So do we have a boon of the earth? Because if we have a boon of the earth, I could potentially get it. Endless quiver, looting, go to the sea, reaper, explosion, angler's bounty. Okay, so I guess we need to make the ultimate enchanting setup. So what we're gonna need is we're gonna need the draconic end shelves to max out our Eterna. And for that, we're also gonna need to get ourselves the normal end shelves. So we need 3 draconic end shelves, which means 3 dragon heads, which is 2 dragon heads. And then we need max everything. So 3.5 is gonna be, we're gonna need, what, 30 of them? Or no, not 30 of them. Alright, what? I'm actually going crazy. I don't know. So we need high rectification. So I think what we're gonna want is I guess optimally we'd want B shelves and the crazy rectification to get max rectification. So 5 shelves of end fuse, which means we need the health ones, which means we need the sea ones, which means we need sea shelves infused, which means I need pufferfish, which is fish essence, which is fish seeds, which is soul jars with fish, which is a whole different other thing. And then I also need the shelf of masterful sight, which honestly isn't too crazy. Doesn't mean that I need these guys though, at least. Okay, so if I just get a good setup, then we can get the shelves that we need. So health shelves, I'm gonna need potions of regen, which is awkward potions. So wart, we'll make 4 batches of potions, I guess. And what do we need for the seashells? We just need water bottles. So glass, we'll just craft up, 2 stacks of bottles, fill them all the way up. Not really an issue, but I mean, it's something that we're gonna encounter later. Just having to deal with the insane amount of potions, which I guess isn't that big of a deal because we can just do it the right way. But yeah, I should probably just make another brewing stand. Let's be real. Okay, we'll need a brewing stand, which means I need... Bro, there's no shot that that's crazy. Having to get cobble from EMC because I don't have any cobble is kind of crazy, I'm gonna be honest. Blaze rods, I don't need rods, I need the powder, but I might as well just chuck both in here, and then I can take the blaze powder, because we need that can go in there. We can grab all the bottles we'll need, and then we can awkward potion this up real quick, nice and simple. Okay. We're just gonna do a little bit of brewing. It's gonna take a bit, but give me a moment. Well, I decided to make a couple extra batches of the awkward potions so that I could also craft the night vision potions that I'm gonna need for the shelves of masterful sight and also the other stuff. So just taking care of that while we're here, because why not? And honestly, it's not bad. So we've got some of the potions of regen right now, and now we just got to go through the rest of them, get everything taken care of, and then we'll be there. Shouldn't take too much longer. So I'm also going to gather the basic materials real quick, just so that we don't have to deal with that. But most of it's... Honestly, I'll just do it on camera, because screw it. It's mostly just going to have to be getting, nether bricks smelted, but... I mean, hey, it's not the end of the world. It's just going to take a little bit. Also, I just realized that since we have EMC, there's actually no reason for me to do most of this, which is great to a certain extent, but I don't fully know, I don't know how to feel, because EMC is great and all, and it's great for doing these kinds of things. The main issue is just being overly reliant on it and it being kind of boring to a certain extent. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start not using EMC for everything, but using it for just getting out the basic requirements for stuff, just because it's real boring and no one really wants to watch that. So we're just gonna use it to take care of basic requirements for stuff. Then everything else we'll just take care of as you normally would, the right way to do it. Because I don't want to crazy, I don't want to go too far. It just seems like a little bit much. Regardless, we got nether bricks, which means we can get a couple stacks of nether bricks. I'm also going to need to go out and find prismarine, which apparently I have, so that's not an issue. You know what? That's not actually too bad. I like that. That's kind of cool to a certain extent. I don't want to go too crazy. I don't know. Blaze rods, we're gonna grab a stack of those guys, because I mean, it's very convenient for tedious things like this, and that's what I'll use it for. I'm not gonna use it for anything too crazy. Regeneration, we'll grab a couple potions for you. Perfect. How many hell shelves do I actually need? I need 2 infused hell shelves for that. And then end shelves are just normal bookshelves. So I don't actually need more than 2 hell shelves. And these guys are gonna be infused. End shelves, we do need to go to the end for that. So I also am gonna need to go down that route. So we might as well just get, you know, get our 12 Eyes of Ender. And I'm also thinking we're gonna need a new bow, because while I like the end bow and stuff, it just doesn't, I feel like the ultimate bow is gonna be nice, and I think we can grindstone the ultimate bow, which is gonna be kind of crazy. So I need we'll grab, you know, 16, and then I need a titanium, uranium, and a platinum, and we're gonna craft ourselves the ultimate bow, and then grind. I need a stone slab for that, of course. Grindstone. Can you grindstone the ultimate tools? You can. So the reason why I'm doing this is actually a little bit goofy, because what I'm essentially doing is I need the bow. Shoot. What is it called? At Apoth Tome. Tome of chest plates, leg plates, helmets, boots, weaponry, archers. There we go. And then that turns into, if I do it right. Oh, it doesn't go that way. Okay, what's the, shoot, what is it called? There's a book that just consumes the items. This is what I'm looking for. That's how you remove affixes. That's how you get certain enchantments off of it. And I think there was supposed to be a better version, but I think that one doesn't exist in this version, which is kind of funny, but I don't really hate it, because the main thing that I need is so I can take quick shot, shoot. Well, you know, things happen, you know? It's okay though. Enchant, I have most of the things that I really need, so I should have them. I say should, but quick shot, endless quiver, explosion, rebounding. The one thing that I need is true shot. So where is my true shot book? Because I know I have a good true shot 5 is a good one. I need my other bow. So this one has good power. This one has true shot as well. So I can take the scrapping tomes, and I can do this, where I take these, and I go, you. We get ourselves power 8. We also get ourselves true shot 6. And then what I can do is I can plop them on here, so we get, okay, true shot doesn't work on, what does true shot work on? Give me 1 second. I'm gonna see if I can get it to work on other bows. Okay, so as it turns out, true shot doesn't work on any modded bows. That's just how it works. But, you know, it is what it is. So we're just gonna move on with it, and we are instead going to take a sniper's bow and add a bunch of stuff to it. And apparently the Eternal Stella doesn't want to work on it for some reason. So that's fun. I mean, hey, it's okay. We can instead, I guess, just save that Eternal Stella, and maybe enchant. I have a couple mending books, so we can plop a mending book on our bow and our sword, because our sword is taking, okay, never mind, not our sword. How much is this gonna cost? 17. Okay, let's honestly, let's take a step into the mining dimension just to get a little bit of XP, you know. Actually, wait, there's armor for that. XP armor, which is emerald armor, which is a little bit worse, but The XP stuff is actually pretty decent. 5 and 2.5, so a little bit worse than our current stuff. And I just need the insight from our, helmet, and we'll get our scrapping. And I also need the leggings. Nope, not the leggings, boots. Is the boots with the speed? Yes, it was. Okay, so I need to get, oh my gosh, we're so slow. Okay, ignite, dang it. Is there a way to get the other one? Is there a Tome of Superior Scrapping? Let's see, does that exist still? Nope, it does not. That is, okay. Shoot. Well, is there a way to actually remove stuff? So, because I need a full XP set. Okay. Is there an easy disenchanter? Oh, there is. Okay, I just need an enchanting table. And then we can make a disenchanter. Well, that was simple. I don't even need Tome of Scrapping. I can just chuck those away and I can just take a bunch of books. And I need XP. Okay. What is it gonna be? XP drain tank. And then I'm gonna need a pipe, fluid pipe, and a pipe wrench. And then I'm also going to need another solar panel, which means that I have to make another set of solar panels. I don't want to. Add solar. Okay, let's just do this. Screw it. 21 of the solar panel 1s, which means that we get like 2 of the solar panel 2s. I'm gonna need more than 2, so we're gonna have to craft up a couple more. So 21 from 1 stack. So 5, 6, 7. 7 more stacks, which should get us a bunch more of these guys. Yeah, stacking 12, which should give us enough to get ourselves any more pistons. Okay, let's just craft up a bunch of pistons. There we go. Which gets us a solar panel 3 after I craft up some more photovoltaic cell tier 2s. I need 12 of you guys. And then I also need the repeaters again, which gets us enough for the next tier, which is the 4s, which I also need the next tier photovoltaic cells, which is going to be the water and dirt essence, which I need clay for. You know what? This will do for now. I think it'll send power down. It does. Okay, perfect. So now we need a fluid pipe. We need our pipe wrench. And then I'm going to need an XP drain singularity tank, which is going to be some iron bars. And then I also need a normal singularity tank, which holds 32 blocks of a fluid, which is perfect because then we got that. So now what we can do is we plop you here, we plop you there, we pipe out of that. And then we can chuck those guys in there, chuck that there, hop on here. It'll start putting in XP so that we can get always on. Just chuck the books in there for now. And I guess I'll just go until this is completely full. So I'm gonna AFK for a bit. Okay, well, this is completely full, so that's good. And we should be able to just chuck these guys away. I don't need Ignite 1 at all. And we're gonna craft up the experience stuff. I need bottles of enchanting though, which is gonna be the experience drop, which is experience essence, which is experience seeds, which are experience capsules, which is soul glass, which is soul dust, which is smooth soulstone, which is soulstone, which is soulium dust versus, okay. What does soulium dust do? Is that how we get the soulium ingots? We need prosperity ingots combined with the soulium for the soulium ingots. So we can craft up a couple of those guys, get some soulium stuff, and then we need the other stuff, which is the soul glass, which is soul dust, which is soulstone, which is just me smelting these a bunch of times. So we gotta go through that process, which is fine. But I also need to... How many do I actually need? I just need one. Do I have any bottles of enchanting? Low enchanting. Because I only need 1. I get crystallized experience from caged mobs. Experience cage upgrade. So, that might be an easier way to do it, other than going this route. I'm not 100% certain. What I do know that I need is a full set of emerald gear though. So we'll just make that real quick. The cyclic stuff I know is better, but I don't think we can use for the actual stuff itself. So I gotta make sure that I get the right ones. 50% discount, up to 99% you can't get 100% on discounts. Okay, but at a 50%, it goes down to 1 for everything. I still haven't gotten very many of the trinkets recently, at least. I don't know if it's like, excuse me. Oh my gosh, that was awful. I couldn't breathe for a second. My throat just like was way too dry. Holy, that's what I get for getting back on my prescription again. Regardless, soul dust, so then that's gonna go to soul glass, which I need 4 experience capsules for that, which means I need more soul dust, which means I need more soulium, which is soul stone, which is soul cobble. So I need to go back to the Nether to grab some of that. Let's go do that real quick, I guess. That's also a good way to get XP, so maybe let's just go into the Nether real quick. We're going to grab the, oh my gosh. There's some right back here too that we can grab, which is great. Because now we've got a stack of it, which means we can now go back nice and quick. Take care of that. By the way, people seem to enjoy the longer episodes, so if you are one of the long episode enjoyers, let me know. I really appreciate everyone who comments and tells me what they enjoy, because it means that I can create stuff that's more in tune with what people are enjoying, so everyone who comments that, I really appreciate it. I usually will like your comment and just really appreciate all of the support that everyone's been giving recently. It really means the world to me, so thank you guys so much for all the continued support, and I hope that I continue to grow and that I can make this into a career, because I'd really enjoy this. This is a lot of fun. But, life is life. It's all good. Let's craft up the soul glass we need, and then we can craft up the experience capsules that we need, because I need 2 more. And then what tier was this? Tier 3, so I need Imperium, which we can grab real quick. And I need Prosperity Seed Base, which isn't too big of a deal. I probably should Prosperity Seed Base, and then we get our Imperium Essence. I need 4, so let's grab you guys real quick. We'll get fully prepared with the altars. Of course, it's completely shapeless, so there's no reason to actually make them shaped. Other than that, let's see. So, what other things do I want? I think I want block reach, honestly. Enchant. I know I have block reach. I've got plenty of block reach. So we've got all the enchantments that I really need. I think what I'm gonna do though is I'm gonna go. I also am gonna add the Inferium to the compacting thing, just so we can do that. But we're gonna go into the Nether. We're gonna go mining a bit for the XP that we need in order to get the base amount in all of these guys, which is complete now. So now we've got that. I gotta add the pickup upgrade to that. There we go. And now we just come back over here. We take care of that nice and simple. Also, sorry if my mic's peaking. It's a little goofy. Okay, we've got these guys now, though, so we can go plop, 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 and no particles, because particles ruin the entire thing for no reason. And now we get ourselves our experience seeds. Now I need myself a insanium and a farmland. So we're gonna combine those guys. We're gonna actually plop that in there, because then we can go insanium farmland. Just grab that out of there. Grab a hop or bonsai pot, and then a crystal chest. I can chuck the chests in there too, just so we can get them nice and quick, which is kind of crazy. And then I guess this one can just go right here. There's no reason to put it somewhere else. 1 minute and 47 seconds until we get our first little bit of experience essence, which we need 8 of. So I am okay. We can focus back on the apoth shelves for now, I guess. So I needed 2 of the hell shelves. How many sea shelves do I need? I know I need 1. I think I just need 1, which means I need pufferfish, which, I mean, going to find an Elder Guardian wouldn't be the worst of ideas. We can go do that. I mean, there's no reason not to, really. Actually, what do we need for tons of rectification? The rectification, we need 1 per, so we need 5. So I need 5 pufferfish. I can get water bottles, so I just need 5 water bottles, perfect. And then we're gonna need to go to the end, and have I seen an Elder Guardian yet? Or a, whatever they're called, a underwater monument. I don't know if I have. Is there the Explorer's Compass in this mod pack? Is the real question. Because I know I'm gonna ping all the shelves that I need up at the top real quick. So I need 1 of you, I need 5 of you, I need you guys, I need a couple of you guys, and then I need a bunch of the normal end shelves. So most of it's gonna come from the end, but other than that, I need to get, I already have the night vision, I already have the stuff for this other than the infused hell shelves. That's 2 enchanted clues. I don't know if it can go more than 2 if I have multiple, so there's no reason to not make multiple. The infused hell shelves, though, actually I only need 1 because of the way that, yeah, because these guys do have EMC. Although surprisingly, the Shelf of Sight doesn't have EMC, which is interesting, because you'd think you could just do the math and combine them all, but, you know, that's all good. Infused hell shelves, which is fine. What was I saying again? I don't even remember. I'm just going crazy. So, we need to go find an Elder Guardian or a pufferfish, either of which will be in a warm ocean. So, have I found a monument, or oh yeah, Explorer's Compass. That's what I was saying. Explorer's Compass, which is in here. I don't know if that's a mod I added or not, because I forgot, but I need my stone bricks, which means that I need a little bit more stone bricks, because we're gonna have to smelt you guys up real quick to get ourselves the cracked stone bricks in order to get ourselves the actual Explorer's Compass and a monument. There's 1,000 blocks away, which is not awful. We got 1, and I think that this is all chunk loaded. Yes. Wait, chunks. Yes, these are force loaded. Perfect. Okay. So what we can do, Traveler, protection against exploration hazards. We already have that from just having creative flight, so not really worried about that. Although the Elytra will go kind of crazy, is we can just fly. So does that combine with anything? The Tarantula Hawk Elytra, the Dragon Elytra for Gobber to make the Dragon Chestplate. Ah, yes, the Dragon Chestplate. Which I need other stuff. Dragon. That's from Chaos Awakens, which is the Ender Dragon scale stuff, which isn't as good as the ultimate stuff. Recipes by Forbidden and Arcanus. Interesting. At Gobber. There we go. Dragon stuff is just gonna cost us dragon stars, which is dragon eggs, which we can just get nice and simple. Okay, so let's just get the full set of that plopped out of here. Medallion of experience. How do I craft it? We need the medallion, Nether medallion, which is Nether Gobber, which I can honestly, all of this is just nice and simple because transmutation tablet exists. And then Gobber. Don't have to worry about any of this because we can just use the transmutation tablet. So what do I need total for this? I need, and this is why it's convenient, but I'm not gonna rely on it for everything. That's what I'm trying to say. And then I need the bottles of enchanting for that regardless, which is fine. That's probably gonna be the best armor. And medallion of glowing, another medallion of village hero. We can make that one right now. Honestly, I'll just grab a couple stacks of each of these just so that we have them, because they're not super expensive. And I can craft up a couple of you guys. Stepping. I already have that. Medallion of Village Hero. And then we also need the, wait, what's the end medallion? Conduit Power or Dolphin's Grace? Interesting. Are there more? No. Okay, there's not. Creative Flight Everywhere and Negative Effect Protection. The Negative Effect Protection is pretty good. I don't know about it compared to the ultimate stuff. Ultimate. Okay, Ultimate 6, 4.5. The main thing is just enchantments. So, and the toughness is kind of crazy. Although Ultimate Pickaxe, the ultimate, the smelt thing is rough and the fortune is low. But I know we need to get all of them regardless, so it's just like, I don't fully know. Wait, and then golden apples. I have enchanted golden apples and normal golden apples, so we should get those in here so I can get as many enchanted golden apples, unless we can craft them. We can. Craftable enchanted golden apples in 2025. That's actually, honestly, I like it. I feel like they should be able to be crafted, but it should cost more. I feel like enchanted golden apples, if you just made it 4 blocks of gold and 4 blocks of netherite, that'd be worth it. Like, honestly, it just would make it so much more simple. But at this point, I might as well AFK for these, but I think instead we're gonna go out to the Monumente. So let's go do that. I know there's that castle to our side. We're gonna check that out soon. I say soon, but not yet, not yet, just soon. Soon, yes. Although in theory it could have bottles of enchanting, which would speed up the process. So maybe we check it out now, but I don't know. We're gonna do it anyway. We're gonna check it out. We're just gonna check a couple chests. I know I've checked a couple chests already because I have been by here, but what the? Okay. Just filling up our inventory with other stuff. Broken Ankh. Acts like a totem of dying with a 30-minute cooldown. You know what? Not ideal. Not ideal. Yeah, this place is a little visually glitched, so I'm sorry for those who have visual things. We got a key from supplementaries. I don't know what else we can realistically get in here, so another key from Curious, raccoon tails, iron bars. I mean, cool. I just don't fully know, like, what the point is. Cage from supplementaries. I mean, amethyst is nice. The only issue is I don't have anything to use them with, but fair enough. Diamonds, cool. Diamonds are so great. Sub-Zero crystal from all the bombs would go. It's cool, I guess. Does that have EMC? Nope, does not, but at least it grows, which is cool. Got another curio. Bucket of mimic octopus. Gold. I like bananas. Bananas are nice. Bananas are always nice. I'm always a big fan whenever I find bananas anywhere. It's always just very enjoyable. Because bananas are good. Good bananas. Or golden apples. Oh no, we found more gold and golden apples. It's so cool. I don't fully, this is actually awful. Where is the good stuff? I need, like, echolocate. Apparently the barrels actually have stuff in them, so maybe it's not the worst thing in the world, but at least I can learn more things. Explorer's Compass. Does this still have the thing? Okay, nope. Monument. Okay, perfect. And I just need exactly that, actually. Thank you. So, bottle of enchanting. Perfect. And now we go /home real quick. And now it's time to make ourselves our good old-fashioned set of experience gears so that we can get crazy amounts of XP. The only issue being that these don't have crazy good durability, which is why I need to go Eternal Stella and then Stellarite pieces. I have 3 more. What about, yeah, so for making more of the Eternal Stellas, how much, do I have enough for 4? I do, actually. That's pretty big, because now I can make a full set of not indestructible. Okay, what does Hopology do? +1 protection bonus for every 10 experience levels. Okay, I don't think we can actually end up utilizing Apology to a crazy good extent, just due to the fact that it will make it so that I can't Eternal Stella it. Because I think that Eternal Stella has to do with whether it has enchantments on it or not. I don't know though. Can I Eternal Stella it now? That's an anvil. Can I Eternal Stella it now? Okay, so you can Eternal Stella it only when it has no enchantments on it. So if I wanted to get the bow to be unbreakable, we would have to take all the enchantments off of it, which is not the biggest of deals, if I'm being perfectly honest, just to make it indestructible, but it would be a little bit obnoxious. So wait, Apology is on all of these guys. Okay, so when it goes back into my inventory, it gets Apology again. Interesting. Okay. Insight, we'll get Insight on here so we get even more XP, block reach, and then Mending is gonna go on our sword after. Yeah, so, a way to get infinite XP, yeah, so we're just generating XP, by the way, because of the full set, plus Insight, plus just, yeah, which is cool. And now that we've got the stuff in here that we need in order to make the Medallion of Experience, we can have that in here. And right-click, sneak right-click to store. We'll just store a little bit, and this will go in our belt slot. Sorry about the screaming in the background, it's just family. We're gonna get Hero of the Village as well. Sneak right-click, there we go. So now we should have Hero of the Village, which is perfect. And now I guess what we can do is we have all the Hero of the Village trade stuff, which means that everything is like 1 emerald, which is nice. The main thing that matters with that is actually pretty much nothing. But, you know, it is what it is. We still need to go for the monument, so I think I'm gonna do this next episode because we're at an hour of the recording. Yeah, I'll do it next episode. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I hope you did enjoy. Bye-bye!